I hope your butts are ready. Let's go like this. Oh my God. What's up, people? Oh my gosh, what's up? What is up? I see you all out there and I say thank you. Thank you all for stopping by today. I see you. Let's see if I can get this. Evil Green, hello, welcome to the stream. Caustic, what's up? And Jack Runner, thank you for that host and welcome to the stream. The Pims is here. Everybody run away. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. Welcome everybody, welcome. Kate Nippers is here, of course. Thank you for that host. I appreciate it. Dream to Stream is here. Dream to Stream will be streaming a little bit later. I'm probably assuming that's Brad. So Brad, thank you very much for that host in these 2 hours before you guys go live. So very good, very good. Yellow Miss Wagons is here. What's up, Yellow? Although she's probably buffering right now, or her internet's dying or something like that. Oh my God, it's the best shirt. I love it. I didn't buy it, and then Mrs. Lethal was like, "Did you buy the Captain America shirt?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, "You need to buy the shirt." And I went, "Okay." So I bought the shirt. So it's amazing. He's got a little shield, but he's got a beer belly and beer with a cigarette. He's got an amazing like mullet situation going on. He's got some gap teeth going on here. Very hairy legs, the cut-off jean shorts, a cooler of beer, of course. Caustic, thank you for that host, my friend. I appreciate that so very much. Lawn chair. I think that about sums it up. This shirt is amazing. I love it. But we're not here to talk about my shirts. That's weird. We're here to talk about food and to throw food knowledge in your faces and in your ear holes. Bubbles HD, what's up? Hello everybody, Daddy's Gamer Girl. Oh my gosh, I didn't say how to get Daddy's Gamer Girl. That's embarrassing. But hello everybody, I see you out there and I love all of your faces. Today, guys, is going to be another good one. They're all good, let's face it. They're all amazing streams. I have not had one failure yet. The Pims is hosting me. Thank you, the Pims, for that host, my friend, my good friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so today, guys, we're gonna make soup. While it is 86 degrees Fahrenheit here, places norther of me, more north of me, are snowing and people are cold. So I said, you know what I should do is make soup. And Italian wedding soup is very easy. There's not a whole lot to it, and truth be told, there's not even a lot of ways that I've really considered like jacking it up the way that I normally do, like making it my own sort of thing. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna make some Italian wedding soup. So I got some meat, some ground meat, I've got a bowl, I'm gonna mix it all together, we're gonna taste it, they're gonna make little meatballs, it's gonna be great. Hi Lucy. I've got some homemade stock. One trick that I'm gonna show you guys today is how to elevate store-bought stock, chicken stock. Barley and Swine. What's up, Barley and Swine? Welcome. So I'm gonna show you guys how to like basically how to life hack store-bought chicken stock, because store-bought chicken stock is actually not all that bad. It's definitely better than like store-bought beef stock, but I'm gonna show you a little trick. I'm gonna show you a little trick to make it even better. That's gonna take a little bit of time, so I should probably get started on that soon. And then the coup de grace, the coup de grace is we're gonna make a 3-cheese grilled cheese sandwich with bacon. So I've got this really made, like this is fresh Italian bread that my grocery store made today. It smells amazing, even just in its like plastic bagadoo. It smells awesome. I've got Gouda, so it's gonna be a Gouda sandwich. I've got, what else did I get? I got Gouda. I got, what's the second cheese, guys? What the? If I did. Haha! Well, that stupid thing. Okay. So what's the second cheese? I got Gouda, I got Parmesan, and then provolone. Okay, so we got provolone, we got Gouda, and we got Parmigiano. It's not even like It's not even Parmigiano, like, it's not Parmigiano Reggiano, the fancy expensive stuff. We're making a freaking sandwich here, guys. There's no point in spending 3 times as much money. But what we're gonna do with the Parmesan, guys, so I'm gonna get the bread ready, right? I'm gonna lay the bread out. And I'm gonna throw on there a piece of like provolone or 2. Wow. I'm gonna throw the bacon in the middle of it. Wow. And then I'm gonna hit it with the Gouda on top, right? Wow. And I'm gonna close it up and then coat the outside of the sandwich in grated Parmesan cheese and then cook it. So it's gonna be cheese on the outside, cheese on the inside, bacon. Yeah. It's gonna be good. Oh, it's gonna be good. Hopefully the Gouda will melt into its stringiness, the provolone will add provoloniness, and the bacon's just gonna be amazeballs, because I got that good bacon again. Always with the good bacon. So, I've got a couple things that I gotta get started on. Haja! Okay. First things first is I gotta get the oven on here to a suitable temperature for, is that crooked? That's totes crooked. Suitable temperature for the bacon, because of course I'm going to bake it, because it's called bake-in. So I'm gonna hit the oven up to, let's just say 420, because why not? Oh my gosh, it's almost 420. What up, people? Hey, Newfie guy. Hopefully you're feeling better, my man. Probably not, but I hope you are. Chef, you're giving me a heart attack just thinking about that. I know, YOLO, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Hopefully, I mean, let's be real. So, I've got the oven on. What I need to do now is, I have 2 quarts of chicken stock. And if you, I'm not sponsored or anything like that. You guys know that. I'm too small to get sponsored. I've got this brand. It's Kitchen Basics unsalted chicken stock. If you're gonna use store-bought chicken stock, always go for the lowest sodium option, because even though I'm gonna add salt to this later, I don't know how much salt they have, and I'm gonna end up reducing this down. And then it just becomes like, well, how much salt is in there? Is it too much? And then if it's too much salt, then you can't fix it. If it's too salty from the beginning, so always get the lowest sodium kind. Bake bacon, yeah, Pims, man, we bake the bacon here, man. Cooks up nice and even. And sorry, I just went off screen here. I am gonna be on the clock here shortly. Not quite yet. So what am I doing over here again? I forgot. Hi, I'm back. Hello. I'm just recovering. Okay, well that's good, man. Glad you're doing better, Newfie. At least recovering anyway. But so check it. Why did I go over there? I went over there for a reason. Oh, I heard the ding from my work computer. So if you see me kind of go off camera a little bit, I'm going to be on the clock here in a little while, but not right now. Let's fix my stuff here. So I've got 2 quarts of chicken stock, and let me grab my stock pot. I don't really want to use this because I'm going to use this to cook the soup, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I'll show you guys a visual comparison, if you don't mind. Actually, let's go back this way. I'll show you guys a visual comparison because you can kind of tell. The difference between good stock and like my stock. My stock is, the stock that I've made is good. Actually, this is why. But check it. So they got like this color here. This is like a, I don't know, you can just tell a difference. Like mine's darker, it's richer, it's got more gelatin in it, it's good. My stock is pretty good. Like I admit, even that's a weak stock I made, and I have to actually make more. The stock that I'm gonna use for my own stockpile actually represents the last of what I have. So I'm gonna have to make some more soon, and I have a plan for that, so I'm gonna hold off, but I have some good ideas. Got some good ideas, guys. You just wait. You get some surprises coming on Chef Lethal Plays. Had some bacon for breakfast, but see, YOLO, it doesn't count because you like your bacon limp, and that's just no good. Yeah, dang, Newfie's going through some hard times, guys. Can we get some like hearts out there? Because he's a regular. I care about that man very much. And Newfie, man, I hope things start to go well for you. Just get that rest that you need and stuff. and things. Like, I know I'm just kind of like breezing through telling you to get well and stuff, but I really truly mean it. I really truly mean it, man. Even though I don't know you, I feel like I know you. This got weird. This got real, guys. All right. So, yeah, there we go. So check it out. What I have here is powdered gelatin. You think, Chef, why the heck do you have powdered gelatin? This is one of my little hacks to make the stock better. So like the store-bought stock is pretty, like I said, it's pretty dang good. Like, it's all right. It's got good flavor and the aroma's there and everything, but what it misses is that mouthfeel. And what gelatin actually has the capability of doing is like coating your lips with like almost like a thin layer of just, I don't know how to describe it. It just gives it more body, right? And we all love bodies. That sounded weird. So I'm gonna dump the entire packet of gelatin in this little piece, in this little bit of stock that I have reserved, and I'm gonna give that gelatin a stir. Oh, guys, also moderators, I didn't see any oh, thank you for those hearts, guys, out there for Newfie Guy. I appreciate that very much for that, man. NA2 Aces, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Oh God, we're being rated by Dream to Stream. Can we get a click to tweet out there? I didn't see a click to tweet command at the beginning of the stream, and if that's the case, then I'm gonna have to start firing some moderators. What's up? Oh my God, Squiggles559, welcome to the stream. Thank you, Kate Nippers, for that. Pims, thank you for that quote. Slayus, what's up? I already said hi to NE2. Slayus with the follow. Thank you so much, my friend. Welcome to the stream. I'm just mixing up some gelatin. So I'm just gonna mix this up here in the small amount of chicken stock I've got over here. Whew, it stinks like chicken. Imagine that. Oh my gosh, Dream to Stream, everybody. Wow, thank you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out. It unfollowed you. I thought you followed. Twitch has been weird, Slayus. Not just for you, but for a lot of people. So, hey, Zach Blaze, what's up, man? So yeah, Twitch has been doing some weird things. So I'm gonna let that gelatin sort of bloom in there and do kind of its thing. And I'm gonna dump in my other bits of store-bought chicken stock into this here saucepan. Slowly, ever so slowly. Oh my gosh. But thank you, moderators, for hitting that click to tweet. I didn't feel like anybody said anything, and by golly, we have goals to achieve here, people. So I'm in kind of a hurry, a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and jack this up to the highest heat possible. And in fact, just to kind of help it get to boil a little bit quicker, I'm gonna slap the lid on it just so the heat stays and convection stuff and things. Ben, what's up? Twitch is a disclaimer name. Yes. Oh my goodness, what's up, everybody? Thank you so much. If you're out there and you don't know about Dream to Stream, you should probably know about Dream to Stream. It's a stream team that I'm part of, and they help people like me and viewers like you, you know, understand your talent and meet like-minded people, collaborate, all that stuff. Let's try something. Actually, yeah, can we get a moderator to do I have a caster command now, and I know I told Kate, I told Caustic about it. I told Caustic and Banjo, but Banjo decided not to show up today because he's a slacker. Can we get a caster for Dream to Stream command? I know it doesn't go to like the actual website, but it'll go to the Dream to Stream Twitch page, and they're going to be streaming in about an hour and a half or so, doing a workshop on view botting. But it's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. What is D2S? Well, there you go. Bliss Karis, Dream to Stream. Bunch of like-minded people out there to try to help each other out as much as possible. We do things like random raids of people's streams and encourage each other in our Discord chat, stuff like that, you know. But they actually encouraged me to do the cooking portion here, and I was like, I don't want to do it, and they said, you should do it, and I did it, and it became like amazing, so I can't even hate on them anymore. Working Chef, what's up? Oh man, guys, I'm nervous now. Working Chef is here. I don't know how to act. Working Chef is here. Oh my gosh. That woman just hit 1,000 followers on Twitch the other day, man. That's awesome. Congrats. I know I said it in your chat last night, Working Chef, but congratulations. That's amazing. Can we get another caster command? And can we give Working Chef a shout out, please? Because that woman's amazing. She's got a great stream, a lot of fun. She's gonna be streaming. Working Chef, I think you're streaming, if I read your Twitter right, you're gonna be streaming in like another hour or so, 2 hours. I won't be done then, but maybe I'll come pay you a visit. Oh, with the host. Oh my God, Working Chef, thank you so much. I appreciate that so very much. Way to go, Caustic. Fail. Copy Kate. Was that Kate that did that? I believe it was. Or is it still on? Is it on? Hold on, I just added the caster command, so I have to kind of tweak it out because I was afraid that my moderators would just start using it on themselves. I don't know why anybody would do that. So I've got the stock going. I have a little bit of my homemade that I'm gonna go with, and I've got a little bit more of my homemade, and there's a Cosmopolitan in here that my wife didn't drink, and I got some more stock here. We're good, man. We are so good on stock. The stock situation is good. Ooh, that was not English. English only, chef. Whenever I make this soup, I always end up not using or not getting enough stock in the thing, and then it becomes a big pain in the butt. So, wow. No banning, people. No banning. This is a ban-free zone today, man. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good day. We're gonna do some good things. Okay? Okay. What's in my homemade stock? There we go. Thank you, Caustic. Thank you very much, good sir. So Games Poner, what's in my homemade stock? Tons of chicken bones, carrots, garlic, black pepper, bay leaves, thyme, onions, celery. Did I say carrots? I may have already said carrots. I have a plan. I have a milestone because I want to make stock on stream, but the problem is it takes like 8 to 10 hours for the whole process, and meanwhile it's just simmering on the stove. It's very boring. So if a certain milestone comes about in my channel, I anticipate doing a long stream where at the beginning I would start up a stock, and then in the middle do a bunch of other stuff, and at the end we have completed stock. It'd be pretty amazing. None of our egos are that big. Yeah, Pims, the first thing I said when I said to Caustic, when I told him this morning, I was like, I have a caster command now. He was like, you realize all the moderators are just gonna use it on themselves, right? It's like, you people. Gurkalicious, hey, welcome to the kitchen. Thank you for that follow. I'll never do that again. Okay, so that's going. Let me grab my bacon. So we got the bacon. Yeah. Ooh. Close call. And we got some beef. You got some beef? Oh, with the shots. And I got some carrots. Yeah. What else we gonna need? I don't know. Oh, I've got some old thyme here. I'll throw that in there too. That'll be awesome. Let's see. Do I have anything else worth it? I got a little. It'll be fine. I don't think. And there's your problem. There's your problem right there. Okay. So while we're waiting that to simmer and do its thing, or boil, excuse me. Really, Pims? Oh, Pims. Thank you so much for that. Faye's here. Oh my God, Faye's here. Jasmine's here. What's up, Jasmine? And Cupcake. Yes. This is probably my favorite shirt of my new shirts that I have purchased. Sorry, I thought I saw somebody in the background. Goes grocery shopping, uses old herbs. Well, I have new herbs, but I can use the old stuff to get it out of my kitchen, Kate. I'm trying to be economical. Maybe I should use the new herbs. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, Faye. Oh, Faye said that. Oh my goodness. Well, my goodness. All right, so are you boiling it? Of course not. Why would you boil? That would be logical. Okie dokes. So here's what I'm gonna do. I have some cheap Parmesan cheese. And what I would really like is to not trip on my cable here. Because if I trip on my cable, then I have nothing that I can say that makes that sentence funny. And now I'm looking for my thing of gratingness. Yeah, yes, microplane. We need our microplane. I prefer a micro fancy, but a microplane will do just fine. We can't discriminate here. And then, I like to do this fancy thing. I know, it's really unusual. What? Chef doing something fancy? That's weird. I know. But I like to do this fancy thing for a garnish with my chaise. I don't even really, I'm looking for like a fancy ramekin or something fancy. Can we get a fancy counter today? Holy moly. Shut up, oven, I'm not ready for you. Everything's happening at once. Talrad, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you've had a great day so far. Blue shorts, and blue shirt. And I'm wearing blue shoes as well. They're not suede. Unfortunately, I'm not wearing blue suede shoes. Although, oh, here we go. We got boiling action. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off and let it go. Let it go. And now I'm going to throw in the gelatinous stock. Ooh, that would have been a good name of a band in high school. So I'm going to just dump that in. That's going to help a little bit get some of the thickening action that we're kind of looking for. Give that a stir. I'm sure it's fine. And then I'm just going to let that boil until it goes down by about half. About half. We're elevating store-bought stock here. And then I'll just throw in the thyme I have as well. I'll fish that out at the end, but if I get some of it in the end, the final product, I'm not going to be too worried about it. Chef wants to be a Smurf, can't confirm. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about being no Smurf. I don't want no Smurf. All right, so I'm really interested in finding my... Yes, nailed it. All right, so I've got my peeler. I swear I've never used my peeler so much as when I started streaming. I use this thing for everything. Oh my gosh, I love it. Ooh. Computer, please. What's going on? What's going on? Okay. So, there we go. Is it broke? I'm gonna need to get a new one. Nope, it's fine. Never mind, we're fine, everybody. False alarm. False a freaking alarm. Smoking out the house here. I'm gonna grab, well, let me just grab this guy. Ooh. That's fine. I'm not really gonna be doing any mega serious heavy knife work today, so I'm not too worried about it. Like getting a super sharp knife. Talrad with the follow. Thank you very much, sir. Or miss. Or whatever gender you are. I am gender indiscriminate. Welcome to the kitchen and thank you for my follow. That follow. To my whatever I'm trying to say. You get the idea. Alright. So I already see a problem with the glasses is they're gonna keep sliding down my face. So I'm gonna be doing this move a lot. Hopefully the hat goes with it. Tasty great. You made pizza. Talrad, why didn't you bring me any pizza? I love pizza. I love pizza. If you wanted to also with the stock, with the store-bought stock, what we're doing, you know, I got the herbs in there and the gelatin. I would say the gelatin's kind of like a must. Let's take this back a second. I would say the reduction of the stock is like priority numero uno. Like if you have nothing else, reduce the stock. Because then you're going to start boiling out a lot of this to boring water and you're going to concentrate the flavors. If you've got extra herbs laying around, with the exception of rosemary, I would recommend thyme, oregano. Thyme or oregano. If you got those laying around, toss them in there. You can fish them out later. If you want to go crazy, you could almost make a faux real stock and throw in some onions and celery and carrots and stuff like that, and just even help even more. But we're only using this once, plus I've got my own stuff to bolster it, so I'm just gonna mainly be concerned with getting that down to about half of what it was. I'm just gonna eyeball it. Like, I'm not gonna be like, let's see, and measuring with the measuring devices and whatnot. So I'm going to hopefully carefully open up the cheese here. Oh yeah. So again, I mentioned it at the beginning of the stream, I'm just using like cheap, like just a thing here of Parmesan. I'm not going with the Parmigiano-Reggiano. Although that would taste amazing, I don't need it. Like, we're making a sandwich here and that stuff's expensive. That stuff is real expensive. So no, I'm not going with the expensive stuff here. Just plain old Parmesan cheese will do. And hello, please, thank you. Mr. Vegano? Mr. Vegano? I have no idea. Well, thank you very much for that host. I appreciate it. So what I like to do with my chez here is, because I want to make like a fancy something or other to put on my soup as a garnish, I'm going to just like, ooh, it smells funky. Like a funky Col Medina. So I'm just gonna take the peeler here and hopefully get some decent pulls of chez. This is not turning out well. This is not turning out beautifully. And my nose is already itching again. This cannot be. He's like Mr. Vegan. Oh, Mr. Vegan. Oh. Get some tape and tape the glasses to your head. Jasmine, you're onto something. I might do that. I'm not gonna do that. All right, so I'm just gonna get, oh, I broke it. I actually broke it. Ruined. Wow, it's stuck in the cheese. Ow. Now I need a new peeler. I broke it. Why you break? Why you do that? Mr. Vegan, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I swear. I broke it. Why did it break? That's the stupidest thing that's ever happened to me all day. Like, I have a spare! It's not the kind that I prefer, but it's better than broken. Let's try that again. Now I have a metal blade, which is working significantly better. BT dubs. Yeah, that worked out a lot better. I'll go one more, I guess. Ah! Do you not have a grater with the slice side? I do. I totes do. That's some hard cheese. I know, man. I have a grater. I got a lot of tools, guys. I got tools. I got all sorts of specialized deals, but I like this, man. I like this. This is handy. The grater is so hard to clean, too. Have you tried cleaning a cheese grater? They ought to name it what it really is. Sponge ruiner. Because I tried to clean it. But what I ended up with was little bits of sponge that would melt easily over tortilla chips. That is a Mitch Hedberg joke, everybody. You are welcome. All right, so I got little strips of the chez. Sorry, that was probably mega loud. I'm so sorry. I forgot. Parmesan used to be currency. I did not know such things. That's pretty cool, though. That is pretty dang cool. So, oh, that's going pretty nice. Okay, so now that I've got that, I've got my microplane grater, and I'm just gonna grate up a bunch of the cheese here while we chat. So what's going on, chat? How you guys doing? You guys having a good day? Sniperman345, thank you for that follow. I appreciate that very, very much. I just put the... You don't own a cheese... I do not actually own a cheese slicer, Tellride. You got me on that one. No cheese slicer here. I call that a knife or floss. I've been known to use floss. Unflavored floss, please. To slice cheese if I need to. But honestly, I don't really eat a bunch of fancy cheese. Sponges are disgusting. Oh, geez. I will not be ruined again. I won't get ruined again. All right. So, I'm just grating. Just grating. This is great. Mmm. Come for the food, stay for the puns. That's my new motto. And it's gonna... And I believe Caustic will probably kill me. Caustic doesn't like my puns, guys. I don't know, man. I don't know about this Caustic fellow. He's got a very caustic personality. Sparkling turtle. That's the best kind of turtle. But thank you for that follow. I appreciate that very much. Thank you for trusting me with your Wednesday afternoon entertainment. That's the best. All right. I think that's going to be enough. Okay, so the sentence I'm about to say is probably not going to make much sense, but I think that's enough cheese. To some people, you can never have enough cheese, but I have a bunch of cheese here. This is strictly going to be used to coat the exterior of the. Guys are so rude to me and my puns. Leave my puns alone. Anyway, so now I'm going to remove glove. Place cheese into refrigerator that I don't think you can see into. Okay, if I leave this here. See, I like this new camera angle, guys, because you cannot look into my fridge. Joke's on you, suckers. Never, ever too much. I know, Telrad, that's what I mean. Never enough cheese, but for our purposes today, this is a good amount to start. Let me just say that. It's a good amount to start. So... I've been doing very poorly at this whole drinking water thing, guys. I got to admit. Other things taste better than water. Cheese is love. Cheese is life. I know, working chef. Cheese. Ugh. Cheese. You touch my puns, pimps. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. That means a lot coming from you. What's everyone's kind of like favorite cheeses out there? What kind of cheeses do you guys like? Educate me. Go. I'll tell you mine if you tell me yours. Hey, I'm your mom. Water is good. All right, so I think I might need the grater a little bit later, potentially. I don't want to like dump it in the sink or anything until I know for a fact. This stupid frickin' grater or the frickin' do. I don't even know what to say anymore. You guys got me all flustered. I add a bit of pure juice to water to make it taste better. I add hops and barley to my water and make it taste better. Personally, that's what I do to mine. It takes a while, but it tastes better. Speaking of which, Mrs. Lethal's not home. So I'm gonna have a beer. Don't tell her. Don't tell her. Then sweeten it with Västerbotten. I probably ruined that, which is a richer Parmesan. Oh my gosh. That sounds awesome. I'm your mom. Yes. Wait, no, what? No. I went to this restaurant. It's actually not even like a huge restaurant. It was like almost like a deli type. Please don't overflow. Oh, ruined. Got too excited on that one. Went to this restaurant in New York City for Christmas. And Gorgonzola, aged Gouda, blue moon. Oh my gosh. A parm that's soaked in Merlot. Oh. Working chef, you're playing with my emotions right now. Holy moly. What are you talking about, Caustic? I don't have ketchup in this house. We don't own ketchup. Anyway, let me finish my story. So we went to this place, and it was like a little deli. They sell sandwiches and soups and stuff like that. But they make their own cheese. Like there, they have like a containment cell where the prisoners go to make the cheese. It looks amazing. Like they have the big vat and they put in all of the stuff and the rennet and the thing, and they have a guy mixing it, and oh, it was so cool. It smelled awesome in there. It was the best. You almost pronounced it correctly if you didn't put it in a Russian accent and force it. I got too excited. We got too excited. I'm learning about cheeses. I'm like, okay, I'll never do that again. Quote me, fight me, bro. I don't know. That's bowling. That's bowling. So I'm gonna grab the aluminium as always, and we're gonna cook up some bacon, potentially. If I can get my sheet tray out. Yeah! Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Cheese and beer is the best with a side of bacon. It's like your dream come true right now, Barley and Swine. I got bacon, I've got beer, I've got cheese. It's amazing. I'm curious, is the aluminum as loud as I think it is? Because I really feel like it's like rip ears situation. No, working chef, don't give them any ideas. Don't give them any ideas. Most Americans cannot pronounce the letter A, but you did somehow. Maybe I'm not American. I'm definitely American. I'm about as American as they come. Look at me, I'm wearing Captain America. Love it. All right. So if you guys don't know, I bake my bacon. And there's a very logical reason for it. It's better. There's less mess to clean up. It cooks evenly. It's pretty loud. All right, sorry guys. I'm so sorry. I'll keep that in mind. I'll just use it more. Maybe I'll try to remember to mute the microphone and stuff like that. So I've got more bacon. Hand conveniently placed over the brand. The last time I used this bacon, what did we make? I don't remember what we made. Maybe it was for the brunch. Was it for the brunch? It was probably for the brunch. I had a bunch of bacon left over, and I threw it in my scrambled eggs the next day. I chopped it up and threw it in my scrambled eggs. It was so good. Oh, it was so good. This bacon is good. So if you care about your bacon and you care about yourself, get the good stuff because it's worth it. It's worth it. In this way, you get what you pay for sure. Aluminium because loud noises. All right, guys, I'm so sorry. So sorry. I won't do that again until the next time. But yeah, so I was at the store today and I was looking at the bacon and they had Oscar Mayer was buy one get one free, and I looked right past it. I looked right past it to the expensive stuff because it's just a better, it's better quality. But if you can't, cheap bacon is better than no bacon. But if you can afford the splurge, I recommend it wholeheartedly. Even taking it out of the package right now, this is applewood smoked bacon. I get a lot of that actual smoky flavor just coming out of the bag. It's not even cooked yet. Yeah, exactly. Oh, this is so nice to have another chef in the in the chat. Working chef, we need to make a deal. You show up in mine all the time, I'll show up in yours. This way, if you miss anything, you have Mama Chef, so you have somebody that can catch all the chat for you. But I don't have Mama Chef here. I need somebody to help me educate people, because guys, if you don't know, Working Chef is legit. She's not only trained, but she also worked or works in the industry, which is a thing that I have not done, with the exception of my externship, which we've talked about before. Woo, that's hot. Perfect. I'm gonna throw the thing in there. And Tellrat, cooking bacon on the stovetop is also very nice as well. But if I'm cooking strips, especially for a crowd, I'm doing it in the oven. It takes a little bit longer, but it's worth it. It's worth it. So we're still cooking. Did I see a wild Bandora show up? Bandora's here. Finally, Bandora's here. Goodness gracious. Bando, you're only 48 minutes and 33 seconds late, my man. Without delay, so that's 48 minutes and 45 seconds. Caustic was here an hour before the thing started. I'm just saying. Kismet eclipsed. Sick at home? Oh my gosh, no. Please send bacon. Okay, whisper me your address, and I will. I don't know if I can do that. I mean, it'll keep for a while. It won't keep that long. All right. So as to not spoil the bacon, I should just have bacon cam. Like I should just have the bacon right here, where you can't see it, but then have like a camera suspended from the ceiling, just pointing at the bacon, and just have bacon cam. Like. Working chef, if you talk to Domestic Dan, maybe I'll throw this in his chat as well, because he has a separate cam that's dedicated to like one thing. And he has a title above it. Like he just needs to have bacon cam, even if it has nothing to do with what he's cooking. Just bacon cam. I gotta go get seen there. Thank you, Working Chef, for stopping by. Hope you have a good stream. Thank you for stopping by in that host. I really do appreciate it. Make sure to remember to unhost before you start streaming. Otherwise, well, no, don't do that, because then all your people will be watching me. Ha 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 ha. 2 thumbs up on the bacon cam. I know, man. I know. Pandora, thank you for that host, man. It's about time. I'm just messing with you, dude. You're cool. You was loyal. You was kind. Okay, this steam is showing me. Is that showing? Oh, yeah, it looks terrible. We might have to do cleaning stream here in a moment because the steam is showing me the gunk that's on the front of my microwave. It's delicious. I vote for a camera looking into the oven while it's cooking. I got some tricks up my. I may be wearing short sleeves, but I got some tricks up here, and it's not just my sick delts, bro. What's wrong with me today? Well, much is wrong with me every day, day. But so check it. Carrots. Oh, bacon in the fridge so it doesn't spoil. Oh man, could you imagine spoiled bacon? Oh, the worst. The worst part of waking up is looking in your fridge and not having any bacon. Doo-doo-doo. Butt cam is only cam. I'm saying this for Kate. Sure you are, Bandora. Sure you are. So I've got some carrots. Now here's the thing. Like, Mrs. Lethal does not eat carrots. So these carrots are for me. Because they're going to go in the soup. They're soup carrots. They're super. They're super carrots, people. Mmm. Looks at caustic. Oh, domestic dispute in the chat, everybody. Oh my goodness. Do I have a container? I do. All right. So this is a quart container. This is like restaurant standard deli container. I love them. This is a quart. They also come in pints and even smaller, but I like the quart. So when this is done, I'm hoping it'll fill up the quart, because that means I bought 2 quarts of stock. That means I will have boiled it down to a quart, which is half. Duh. But then we'll be good. I'll take it out of the pan. I have special plans for that pan. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna stay out of that dispute right there. I'll tell you what. You kind of remind me of Cinnamon Toast Ken. I don't know what or whom that is. Your mom. But thank you. Anyway, so I got my carrots. I'm gonna peel them really quick, just off camera. I could wash them and not peel them. But I can assure you, I am wasting as little carrot as possible with this maneuver. I'm being very, very careful to not waste the carrots. Anyway, like I did a stage. If you don't know what that is, that's like a tryout sort of shift, volunteering thing to get experience. I've done a few of those at some restaurants back when I was in school. And there was one place, they were fanatical about not wasting things. They had me peel, I think they had me peeling carrots or something. They were like, oh, you don't, I was peeling what I felt like was decent. They were like, no, that's too much. You gotta peel as little as possible. We don't want any waste. I'm like, it's a flipping carrot, dude. Like, they're not that expensive, but they were really serious about it. It's called an internship in English. What a stage is. Well, okay, maybe so, Bandor, but not necessarily. Like maybe that's the direct translation, but I would say in the kitchen world at least, a stage is more of a very temporary thing, where over here an internship is a few months. That's my experience though. Don't burn the pot, or are we gonna have to replace you tonight with Mrs. Lethal? Maybe. Maybe. It's not gonna burn, but plus she won't be home for a very long time tonight. But it's actually reducing quite nice. Don't worry, Newfie, I got my eyes on it, man. We're not gonna have any kitchen disasters here today. I'm the only kitchen disaster here. True chains, people. True chains. So I've just cleaned up my carrots. Have I mentioned to you guys that I love you very much? If you're out there and you're lurking, I love you. You don't have to come out of lurking to say anything, but just know that I love your face and I appreciate you being here. I'd really appreciate it if you hit that follow button if you're having a good time. If you're not having a good time, hit that follow button anyway. Maybe I'll get better. So what I'm doing is I'm just cutting up this carrot here. I'll show you guys my knife skills here in a moment. I'm not going to move the camera because this is probably the only thing that I'm going to be cutting today, with the exception of like the sandwich in half. Wow, the rest of this didn't turn out so. Oh, Dirty Lion Man, thank you for that follow. Appreciate that so much. That means a lot to me, especially since I just said it. Oh, I missed my mouth. All right. Gotta keep it professional. I know, man. So, I got like these little oblong, sort of carroty type shapes. Just to add something that looks a little bit more interesting in the soup. You could also do a dice. You know, a dice would be fine. Some of these pieces got a little big, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. So just gonna do a little bit of these. But guys, I do have some legit exciting things coming down. And since you're here, I'll go ahead and share one or two things. I've got some things that I'm keeping to the chest. Because I'm not gonna drop all the beans because that would be no fun. Spilled beans, no fun. Definitely worth crying over. Milk, not so much. Beans, definitely. So, these are good carrots. These are chef-approved carrots. So, one thing that I've got that's gonna be coming down pretty soon is an Amazon wish list, because somebody mentioned like other ways that they might be able to support the stream. I was like, you know what? I could show you guys what I have in my mind, and then you could go to the wish list and tell me that I'm an idiot for wanting a certain thing, or get it, or at least feel more comfortable knowing kind of what any sort of tips that come my way are gonna probably go towards. Still working towards the camera and the capture card and all that stuff. We're getting close. We're getting really close. We had a really nice very, very generous tip that came in on the Monday stream from Jared the Moose. Totally took me by surprise. I was like, you Moose, how dare you do that to me? It was much appreciated. Like, that guy's awesome. So that got us really on our way, and I have a goal in mind as well. Chef, do you blend your soup or keep it chunky? This is a stock-based soup. YOLO, so I'm not doing any blending with this at all. It's like the onions. The onions? No, there's no onions. That's why I'm wearing my glasses. Hey, Lucy River, what's up? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate you being here today. Anyway, got sidetracked. So, I just now have some sort of rough chopped. Of course, I did that closed fist, so that doesn't happen. But I've got some close, rough chopped carrots that I'm gonna eat. They're gonna put in the soup. But oh, Lucy, to finish answering your question, I'm not gonna blend the soup. There's nothing to blend. It's really just stock with orzo and meatballs and carrots and some greens. So there's really, I don't want to blend it because then it's gonna be kind of gross. I'm able to catch one of your streams again. Success! Awesome, Lucy. Well, welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're having a good Wednesday. Hopefully you're having a great Wednesday. Wednesday. On this Wednesday. All right, so I'm just gonna use my water cup because I'm clearly not drinking any water today. I'm just gonna use my water cup to to get the carrots into the cup. And now I have to wash my blade, because if I don't, it's going to turn orange. True story. If you cut carrots, make sure to wash your sword when you're done. Otherwise it'll stain it. It can actually stain it. We're looking good on that. We're really close, I would say, on the stock. I'm gonna let it go just a little bit more. I do have nice meatballs, Ollie. Thank you very much for asking. They're gonna be really good, actually. I'm gonna season them up with some garlic powder and onion powder and oregano. See what else I have up in my pantry. Lots of salt, plenty of black pepper, an egg, some panko breadcrumbs. The best. The best. You have gained my respect. I know someone who blends every soup. Every soup? Like, this isn't a blending soup. I mean, it's meant to be like stuff floating in stock, I guess. I mean, that's always how I've had it. I've never even thought to blend it, but that would be kind of gross to have blended meatballs. Anyway, okay, so the miniature sword is basically clean enough, I would say. Very good, very good. That person is so wrong. I know, Lucy, right? That's ridiculous. Of course, Lucy River, every time I say your name, my dog kind of like looks up at me. She's like, oh? No, I'm interacting with chat. I know you don't understand because you're just a dog, but understand. A duck on a plane. What am I making? I am making the Italian wedding kind of soup, and then I'm going to be making a grilled cheese sandwich with bacon and stuff. Holly176. Thank you for that follow, even though you've been timed out. Amazing. Glad you're having a good day, Ollie. You seem to be having a good time. I'm having a pretty good time too. Woo! Moderator taking care of business, though. I appreciate you guys. I'd like to give a shout out right now to my moderators, because they are awesome at what they do. Whether they're an hour late or they're here an hour early, I love them so much and I trust them. So if you have been timed out or banned or something by one of them, it's probably a reason. So I got some meats, just some ground meat. I was like, you know what? I could get crazy and grind my own meat for this adventure. And I was like, no, it's too much work. It's too much work. Yeah, I'm getting kind of nervous about the stock here. It's reduced quite a bit. It is quietly reduced. That's a word, right? Best mods on Twitch. Totes. I really do, like, I tell you guys, if I don't tell you guys enough, like, if I don't tell you guys often enough, like, I love you guys. You're here, you hang out, we have a good time. You keep people in line while I'm opening up a can of panko breadcrumbs. I'll talk about panko breadcrumbs in a moment. But first, so the meat I've got is like, see, can I peep the label? It's almost 1.25 pounds, so that's 16, it's like 20 ounces. A duck on a plane, thank you for that follow. Appreciate that very much. Welcome to my kitchen. And hopefully you're having a good day. Boom! Said it. Nailed it. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me now. Anyway, so I got my gloves ready for meatballing. Baby, I'm meatballing. So first, I'm going to hit it with plenty of the koshers. There we go. Here I am. Brown out. My mods are rocking like a hurt. That doesn't work. There's too many syllables. Chef. What else is a duck doing on a plane? Seriously, guys, what else is a duck gonna do? Not just gonna sit there and eat peanuts. They don't have teeth. Do they have teeth? They don't have teeth. Do they? They don't. Let's check out what does Chef Lethal. Let's play a game called What Does Chef Lethal Have in His Pantry? I got onion powder. I've got black pepper. I would love. Oh, I got some oregano. I would love you guys. I would love you guys if you were here. I would love it. Actually, no. Part of that would be a little creepy. Don't listen to what I just said. Stay where you are. I like our relationship the way it is. Long distance. Hold on. Where's my onion powder? I know I've got onion powder. I have onion powder. Where's my garlic powder? I can remember things. That's facing backwards. All right. Good. All depends if the duck has its wing clips. That's all. You all are making very good points. I think we're talking too much about the duck. Let's talk more about the duck's feelings. Like, how does the duck feel that it is on an airplane? No one thinks about the duck's feelings anymore, guys. Come on. All right. We have successfully reduced, I think, the stock quite a bit. So while that kind of cools down a moment, I'm going to start to just aggressively season the meatballs with some onion powder. And clearly, I am doing very scientific calculations here of measurements and just making sure that the numbers are correct and aligning properly. So onion powder, garlic powder, some oregano, and then I'm going to hit it with plenty of black pepper, but you know, a controlled amount that I'm going to measure very carefully. Ducks are fearless. Grayshell, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're having a good day. Howard the duck? No, never Howard the duck. That may have been too much black pepper. We'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. Okie dokie. So, these stupid freaking glasses. Who made me do this? I've been suckered into wearing my glasses. So I'm gonna pour this hot stock into my little container Rooney here in the sink, so I don't burn myself. Oh my gosh, guys! I did it. I did it. Chef, what did you do? What did you do, Chef? What did you do now? What could you possibly have done now? But it's almost a perfect quart. I reduced it by half. That almost never had, like, I always eyeball it and I'm always way wrong, but that's perfect. Awesome. Good job, Chef. Yeah! That was the weakest high five ever. Stuck at work. No! Well, Grayshell, I appreciate you stopping by while you're stuck there in a place of potential misery and pain. Oh, we're baking. We're baking it, guys. Bacon's happening. All right, so probably what I'll do when I'm ready for the stock is I'll dump it into the pan through a fine mesh strainer just to get the thyme that's in there. But that's good. We got stock now. Pretty, and actually, if you see the color, if you remember the color from the beginning of the stream, it was like this really pallid, crappy looking, you know, color. Look how rich and dark it is now because I reduced it by half. So it's actually darker than my homemade stock here. That's pretty awesome. I'm pretty happy with the way that came out. Maybe I'll never make stock ever again. I saw follow a monkey 42. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you are having an awesome Wednesday. I appreciate that follow so very much. You know, every day for lunch they want boiled goose, and I don't understand what it is about the boiled goose. Name that reference. Name it. So I'm just off cam here for a second, guys. Got to clean my saucepan so I can actually cook my soup in it. Soup. The hills are alive with the taste of good soup. Ooh, I'm gonna have to actually hit that with a little bit of the Lonely Island Telrad on it. Nice. Nice one, Aboot. Are you mocking Canadians? No, I would never do that. That's just how I say that word. Don't know why you're so offended. Calm down. Calm down, man. So now I'm gonna hit the meat with some panko. Panko are Japanese breadcrumbs, Japanese style. I feel like every time I watch a show on the television where they use panko breadcrumbs, they always describe what it is, and I get it. It's like, well, somebody might be watching for the first time that's never heard of panko breadcrumbs. So I feel like I'm contradicting myself by about to describe to you what panko is all about. But it's basically just dehydrated bread that they run through like almost like a sieve, and it creates the flakes. It's textured. Is good, trust me. But in this application, it's really here to soak up the moisture that we're going to be adding and from the meat itself. So I'm going to grab 1 chicken egg because that's what I got. Do I want to do 1 or 2? I'm just going to go 1. I think 1 chicken egg will be sufficient for our desires. Basically, the egg is going to provide some fat. The egg white is going to create some binding, the binding of Isaac in the pan or in the meat, whatever, as it cooks. The bacon, oh gosh, is almost burnt. No, it's not almost burnt. I did this last time. I didn't cook it long enough and it was limp. I had limp bacon. I almost said limp biscuit, and that would be even worse than limp bacon. So I'm gonna have to let that cook for another momento or 7. Meanwhile, what I'm gonna do is grab, let's see, how do I want to do this? I want to use, I want to use this guy. No, I'm gonna use this guy. Sorry, I'm talking about my pans. I refer to my pans by their name because pans have feelings too, guys, just in case you didn't know. Sounds fancy, damn breadcrumbs. I know, they so fancy. They're Japanese, they're Oriental breadcrumbs, guys. For real. So I got a little pan here, it's a wee bit pan, and I'm gonna hit it with just the smallest amount. Just the smallest amount of oil, like a teaspoon. Because one thing that people don't realize is it's probably not the safest thing to taste the meat mixture at this point. It's raw, especially after we add the egg. It's raw. So I'm gonna cook up. So I'm gonna mix it all together, right? Yes. Oh, I really missed the latex, but I'm gonna mix it all up, and then I'm gonna take a little bit of it, form it into a patty, and cook it, and then eat it. It's a pre-dinner snack, and it shows, you know, then you have the opportunity to say, oh well, the meat is too salty, or it's not salty enough, or it has too much oregano, or I need more of this or less of that, or whatever. I guess really technically you can't do too less, too little. You can't reduce, but you can do, there are tricks that we can do if it turns out to taste like crap. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get a little snack out of it. So another thing, when I was in school, I know I keep talking about it a lot, but it's where I have most of my experience. But when I was in school, we had to take a class that was on like buffets and like fancy French things. So like we had 1 week where we did like terrines and molded things, and it was gross. Like it was disgusting. But I learned a lot. I learned that my French instructor, who was legit from France, was crazy. He was a crazy person. So we had these big mixtures of ground meat. That could probably still use another few minutes, but I'm scared, guys. I don't want to burn the bacon. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to flip it. I'm going to flip it and then put it in there for another couple of minutes just to make sure that we're good. But anyway, we had these huge bowls of ground meat, spiced ground meat. So we were making like a lamb terrine, which a terrine is basically just like molded, like grind meat, season it heavily, put it in a mold. It's a very French thing to do. But we were making all these terrines. We had like a lamb terrine, we had a pork terrine, and we had a duck and chicken terrine, I think. So we had been taught in a previous class that when you do something like make a terrine, break out a small piece of it, cook it, and then taste it, so that way you know what your final product is going to basically taste like. So on the day that we were making all these mixes, I was like, okay, well, chef, I'll go ahead and get the thing cooked up and so we can taste it. He starts plucking out bits of the raw meat mixture and starts eating it just like that. Just like, oh, it needs more. Oh, it needs more of this. It needs more of that. And he did that with the chicken one. I was like, you crazy. You crazy for this one, Jay. That's nuts. Like I thought, I saw that and I was like, this guy's out of his mind. Like, don't mess with this guy. Get a good grade. Don't want to have to retake this class. That guy was crazy. He was great. We learned so much though. Tellrad, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Really appreciate you hanging out with me today. Means a lot, means a lot. Yeah. Oh, ruined. I swear, this thing is killing me. Almost literally. Ew, that's dangerous. I know. It probably won't kill him. The likelihood of chicken having salmonella is low, but it exists. Sorry guys, my little pack for my microphone came, you couldn't even see it in that, but it came off of my shorts here, so I'm just trying to get it hooked back up before I fall and hurt myself again. Although I didn't fall the first time. Hold on. I'm off camera. Oh no. Oh my god. I hear my work laptop exploding at the moment. And ask me if I care. Cause I don't. Cause I don't. So I guess you don't have to ask me if I just told you the truth. Alright, so I'm gonna make that bacon crispy. And I'm actually waiting to take the bacon out before I start mixing up the meat, because then like glove changes and hand cleanings and all this stuff. No one wants to do that. I don't want to do it. Am I supposed to be online yet? No, I still got 25 minutes. Ooh, excuse me. I still got 25 minutes before I need to be online. So work can wait. You guys are my priority. You guys are my priority. So what's up, guys? I tell you what, we've been live for about just over an hour. Even if he got salmonella, it's not that deadly for a healthy. Yeah, I don't know how healthy he was. He was kind of, I mean, he was French after all. I don't know what's going on with this thing, but I am gonna get my sellout bar. I'm gonna activate my sellout bar just because we're so close to getting the capture card. We're so close that I want to kind of bring awareness. I don't know why it turns off all the time, but there we go. Gray Shell, heading back to work. Well, thank you very much for stopping by. Hope you have a good rest of your shift. Appreciate that very much. All right, so I'm kind of nervous about... Oh yeah, bacon's done. It happened so quickly. Bacon's done. We're done. Don't burn the bacon. Don't burn the bacon. Whoop. Because eating burnt bacon is the worst. Well, it's not the worst. Okay guys, quiz time. For those of you meat eaters out there, would you say, what is worse? Burnt bacon or no bacon? Go. Which is worse, no bacon or burnt bacon? I'm curious to see the divide in the chat. Ow, that is warm. That's weird, it just came out of a really hot oven, chef. Why is my bacon so hot? Oh my gosh. I guess I didn't really mean to get rid of the fork either. Yeah, this is gonna be good. This is going in our sandwich. So I'll read your answers when I get back to the computer over there to read chat, because I'm really curious what you guys think. I could definitely see a divide being on this. I have my own personal feelings. I'm running out of paper towel too. That's a problem, because my replacements are in the garage. And that's not cool. All right. So we just got some bacon. We got some bacon. Oh, it looks good. Okay, we look good. Bacon saved. Paper towels are gone. Great. Cool. Cool, man. Love running out of paper towels in the middle of the stream. Burnt bacon. Burnt bacon tastes like crap. STX Angler, what's up? No bacon is definitely worse. No bacon. Burnt bacon, because no bacon is not as disappointing as having bacon that is ruined. Tough decision. Perfect bacon an option. Stop it, YOLO. Depends on how burnt it is. Okay, that's touche. That's a good point. Wow, you know what? That's actually a pretty even divide. Like my rough senses are telling me that's a pretty even. I got a few no bacons and I got a few burnt, because at least you have bacon. STX, I would say, like, just on its own. Like, if you just wanted to munch on some bacon, what's worse, not having it or having it and it's burnt? I feel like, how do I feel about the matter? Okay, here we go. Oh, thank you, Miss Beanie. I feel like burnt bacon is worse. I said it. So just in case, I just cracked the egg into the meat mixture here with the panko and the salt and the pepper and the oregano and the garlic powder and the onion powder. I'm just going to mix this up really aggressively and just make sure that all the moisture is consumed by the panko. Bacon is bacon. No bacon is worse than burnt bacon. See, I'd rather not have bacon than have burnt bacon because I don't even know if I can explain my feelings about it, but I just feel like I don't eat bacon every day. I know this is weird. I don't eat bacon every day, so just like for me, another day of not having it, it wouldn't really be a thing. But if I had it after not having it and it was burnt, I'd be like, God, this could be so much better, but it's burnt. Chewy bacon for the win. No. Amen in the chat. Crispy bacon is the best. Yes, of course. Welcome back, Noel. Is my stream derping up, or is that just my computer? It's probably just my computer. All right, so I've got a mass of meat. I got the big meatball here. It looks a little moist. Like, I want to throw in some more panko. I want to throw in some more breadcrumbs because it's a little moist. It's just one of those things. Oh God, I'm sorry. Like, that rubbing up against my arm is probably killing you guys, and I'm very, very sorry. My glasses keep falling down. I got meat hands. Edward Meat Hands. That's a different story. That's also a Tim Burton film, but it's a little different. So this is an eyeball thing. Like, there's really no science to it other than just, does it look like it has surface moist? Then we have to use the panko and add some more and then just mix it in again. Chef, your name is still Chef Macaroni. What is it, Noel? You wanted me to call you Dorito? Is that true? I don't like limp things. Oh, Lucy River. Shots fired, everybody. You know, I should probably take off my Fitbit while I'm doing this too. Otherwise, I'm gonna have I'm gonna have raw meat on my Fitbit. Not Edward Meat Hands. Oh, sorry. I am the Dorito. I was right. I remembered a thing. Oh my gosh. Write this day down in history. Anyway. So, okay. Now we have dried meat. We have dried meat, everybody. Our meat is dry. But it's a lot less moist, which is perfect. We don't want too much moist. And there's at least a few of you in the chat that don't get the reference, but that's okay. So I have not moist meat, which is good. So now I'm just going to take a small portion here. I'm just going to take a small portion. And this pan is probably way, way, way too hot. So I'm actually just going to take this off the heat. Yeah, it's smoking. It's smoking. Why you smoke? You okay? Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. But I need it to cool down because it's too hot. It's going to burn my meat. Burnt meat is the worst meat. Oh, who likes orange soda? We all know that Kel loves him some orange soda. I missed the reference. What reference are you talking about? Caustic. Whoa, Kate's dropping the BTTV command. I think she's in the running for best mod. You guys better watch out. She's gonna take the throne. It's a Game of Thrones for my moderators. Hello. Do you know that I'm streaming and that you probably get treats while I'm streaming? Yes, of course you know that. Or do you smell the meat? Oh, I think she smells the meat, guys. So if you missed this portion of the program, I've got just a small saucepan here with a tiny bit of oil, and I'm cooking up a little bit of the meat, the meat mixture here, so we can know what it tastes like. So that way I'll feel better about putting it in my soup. Kale loves orange soda. I saw at my grocery store, they have orange soda. They have like liquor orange soda. Like, I haven't tried it because I'm not a bitch. But they have orange soda with liquor in it. It looks good. Like, it looks legit. I'll have to try it. It looks legit, I will say. It comes in a fancy like 6-pack container, so you know it's real. All right, I'm gonna say goodbye to the glove. I have high hopes. I have high dreams that this is gonna be good. Like I don't need to re-season it, and I'll just be able to start bowling. That's what that song's about. Baby, I'm bowling. It's about the guy making meatballs. Baby, I'm meatballing. YOLO, you're too young, so that's why you don't understand who Kel is. It's okay. It's okay. She's young, guys. Let's not talk about ages, but she's a little young for Keenan and Kel. You hate the taste of orange. I don't know, Lucy. I could see that though. I mean, orange is a thing. I don't know. I'm not crazy about it. Like I wouldn't really just eat an orange because that's weird. All right. So I'm just gonna cook the other side here. It's funny, like, the whole purpose of this is just to see what the flavor is going to taste like. I still try to get a nice sear on it and cook it correctly, and I don't want to overcook it. It's weird. It is weird. No, you were just out. Lucy is asking to go out, but she was just out right before the stream started. You're fine. Lucille, you're fine. Is the glare really bad in my contacts? Or in my contacts, in my glasses? I feel like the light's shining right into my eyes. Whatever. The kitchen seems dimmer than when I was here last time. If it is, it's because so obviously you see this portion of the house, but right behind the camera, I have a huge, the whole wall is almost a big window, sliding glass doors. And the ones directly behind the camera are closed, and it's really sunny outside. So if it's dimmer, that's probably why. It's just that I don't have as much sunlight coming in because it's hot outside, and keeping my blinds closed actually helps deter some heat from entering my vicinity, which is nice. And it almost sounded like I said virginity, which that would be a very weird thing to say. Indeed. Indeed. Things got weird. That dad voice. What you talking about? I didn't say nothing in no dad voice. I ain't no dad. Shoot. I'll start talking like this. All right, let me grab another fork. Spoon. Just kidding. We got a fork. Ba-bam. All right. So once we get the soup going, then we can start talking about the sandwich. I'm excited about the sandwich. So I've got a medium rare meatball here. A rare meatball. It's a rare meatball appeared. To Lucy, they're broken. So I've just got my little meat here. Wait, what? All right, this is pretty good. I added a ton of oregano, so there's definitely oregano, garlic, onion. I could probably use a little bit more salt. I didn't put a ton of salt in there. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna add a little bit more salt. That's really good though. I'm fine. Yeah, touch more salt. A little bit of PJ. Boo. Boo. It's important when you're doing something like this, you gotta keep everything in mind. You gotta keep everything in mind. Not only are we making meatballs, and they have to taste good. The stock itself, the soup itself, has to taste good. You are. I really shouldn't reward your begging. So many blue names. I know, Kate. It's right. You know what? I'm not going to reward your begging because you're here because you want food, and I will not stand for this terrorism. Why you gotta be so cute? Oh gosh, guys. Lucy's being very cute. She's being adorbs. You can hear me chewing. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Glitchy. I try to not chew so loudly. It's right here. Like one thing, like it would be good if I was wearing a jacket, is I could have the mic a little bit further away from my face, and it might pick up a little bit less of the actual things that are happening in my face. Give Lucy some food. She has plenty of food. She wants a treat. She has plenty of food, though. Trust me. She has a bowl of food behind the camera. She doesn't want the food. She wants the steak-flavored treats. Or the Italian-flavored meatballs I'm making. You know what? I have made another mistake here. An efficiency mistake, but it's fine. I meant to get my sheet tray out for my meatballs. Cats. Doges. Wow, I didn't even see the mic. Yeah, so that is one thing. Like, there's a woman I watch cook. She's a staff member on Twitch, but she usually wears like a shirt that cuts about here, like right above the cleavage line, and she has a lapel mic and puts it right there, and her voice sounds really good because it's far enough away and it doesn't pick up stuff like her chewing. So Mrs. Lethal actually told me, she's like, your chewing is really annoying on stream and in real life. So I was like, oh shoot, I should probably fix that in stream and in real life. So I'm just gonna grab another sheet tray and I'm gonna line it with parchment. Is this Super Mario 64 music? I hope so. It's a chiptunes station Dorito, but I can't hear anything. So if it sounds good, let me know, because I do enjoy the channel, like the music. I just can't hear it. Mrs. Lethal's such a savage. No, she's just very. She picks up on sounds really easily. Like, she has really good ears for things like that. And like if I'm sitting next to her and eating a sandwich, she'll just kind of look at me like this. And I'll just walk away and be like, okay, I'll go over here and eat. It's fine. Just wear a tank top for the mic. No, 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 no. There will be no tank tops here. I gotta hide my guns here, guys. You guys can't. I get banned. I get banned on Twitch for like pornographic, materials. Like, it can't happen. It can't happen. What can happen is I will give Lucy Goo a treat if she comes back. Lucy. Better to be honest than lie. Exactly. All right, let's have some pet time. I'll introduce Lucy to those of you that are new. If you're not new, you'll get to see her again. So I'm going to move the camera. So if you're prone to earthquake nausea, just be ready. So I'm going to move to about here, and then go like that. Oh, there's my meat. There's my meat, everybody. So let's go like this, and then I can move this away to here. Oh, hello. Hello. Oh my gosh, cats, please. My cats are going crazy. Watch this. I'm not gonna say, watch this. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna open the jar. Oh, cause you know, Chef Lethal is streaming. I have to be there. Can they see you? They can barely see you over there, Lucy. You have to be better than this. You have to learn to love the camera. What time is it? Okay, I still got a few minutes. Come here, get on the rug. And now sit. Thank you, good girl. Oh, she's begging. All right, give me your right, or your left, excuse me. Thank you. Now give me your right. Thank you. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Good girl. All right. Let's see if she'll do this on camera. I doubt you will. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Oh, good girl. Good girl. Okay, up. Good girl. Good girl. Yay. Good girl. Oh, good girl, Lucy Goosey. Oh, it's my girl. That's a good girl. Oh. Okay. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. You say hi to the people. You say, hello, people. I love you. They love you. They love you. Okay, go on. Good girl. All right, everybody. That's Lucy. Looks like Tuscany wants some treats, too. Looks like Tuscany's going to want some treats. So let's give the cat some treats. Oh, hi, Tuscany. Can you see her? You can kind of see her. She's sitting where you can't see her. Hold on. I'm gonna move the camera again big time, so hold on, guys. Hold on to your nausea. There's Tuscany. She is our little princess. She is the queen of the house, and she knows it. Hey, Boo. We call her Boo Boo, Queen Boo. She's pretty. She is gorgeous. Her, like, the camera does her no justice. She is a gorgeous, gorgeous cat. Oh, there you go. So there, watch my cat eat treats. That's what this stream has devolved into. Devolved. I meant to say evolved. This is probably much more entertaining than anything I'm doing. I've missed so much chat, guys. I'm sorry. I can squeeze around here as you watch my cat. Can't help but notice. Cuteness overload. Yeah, my cats are amazing. Well, my cat. I really like Tuscany is probably the best cat. And wow, my laptop is completely like flipping out right now. All right, she ate all of those treats because they are her favorite, and she's a pig. That's it. I said it. And Zelda is nowhere to be found. Well, that's crotch cam. That's belly cam. Oy. Zelda wants real food. She's the only animal in this house that prefers the real food. So I'm going to move the camera back. So forgive me for the jostling. I'm not even going to do BRB. I'm just going to move the camera around. So you've been warned. Lucy is, of course, eating the loud, crunchy food. Excuse me. Excuse me. Please move. Lucy, go. I'm sorry. I'll move your food so you can eat and not be disturbed by my hobby. So is that like where we were? I think that's about where we were. Let's go up a little bit more. That's probably about where we were. All right, hold on. Let me just move Lucy's bowl so she can eat. There you go, Goo. There you go. It's time for Goo Punch. Okay, there we go. You guys can see now? The sink has been seen. No! Okay, let me move things around so I can actually pay attention to the chat. So I can pay attention to the chat. Wow. Little to the left. What? Why? What? What's a little to the left? Chef, little to the left. What? Why? What's to the left? The sink cannot be unseen. Did you guys see the sink? No. Hold on. I'm doing like the computer here. There we go. What's a little to the left? We're fine. What's to the left? I'm right here. Camera. No, it's fine. What's wrong? We see your kiddos. Oh no, those are my nieces. It's fine. We can see the fridge. Oh, you can see the fridge. I'm not going in the fridge for a while. You can see the fridge. You can't see in the fridge. Noelle, I see your whisper. I'll respond to you at the end of the stream. As to not isolate the rest of chat. The fridge can also never be unseen. I know. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, and this is why I don't mind like the camera showing the freaking thing there, is I'm gonna start meatballing. So, I mean, frick, stupid gloves broke. Everything's breaking on me today. Everything's breaking. Okay. So, I have X-ray eyes. You can see. Oh no, Lucy River. No. Oh, it's time for me to sign on to work real quick before I have meat hands. I need to sign into work and let them know that I'm semi-available. Don't respond. Pims, I can't. I have to. Well, I didn't respond to the private message. I responded to the person that sent the private message. That's kind of the same thing though, isn't it? That's bad. That's bad. Hi, I'm still here. Okay, wow, I've missed a lot. Let's go like this and say hello. Okie dokie. Whoop. Chef Macaroni is meat bowling. Bowling. That was funny like an hour ago when I made the joke. I'm just messing with you, Dorito. It's amazing that I remembered that. Anyway, so I've got the meat. Boom. So what I would ideally like to do is like have the same size meatballs so they all cook at the same time, but I'm not gonna waste my time with that crapola. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. I'm just gonna eyeball it. I'm gonna eyeball it. Sorry, just making sure like my work people don't need me to type before I start getting my hands all meaty and delicious. Finishing, all right. Sounds good. I'm just cooking in front of a bunch of people that I love very much. How to pronounce ideally in Chef Macaroni language, ideally. Did you add, I did add more meat, yes indeed. Okay, so I have like a scoop, but it makes the meatballs too big for what I like them to be. So I'm just gonna kind of, ooh, parchment please. A paw in the thumbnail, probably. What's up, Hermias? What's up? Yeah, that was just my dog. We had pet time here in Chef Lethal's kitchen. Had my dog and my cats, or just one cat, but I got two cats, but just one showed up for the treats, which is a normal occurrence here. So if you enjoy dogs and cats and a little bit of dude cooking things with beard and or glasses, hit that follow button and welcome. Feel welcome in our family. So I got little meatball. These are actually probably still a little bit bigger than what I wanted in my brains as an idea. Not like I don't want these physically in my brain because that would be weird. There we go. But yeah, there it is. Hermias, thank you for that follow, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm sold. Nice. All right. So I'm just going to try to work quickly because this is not particularly interesting. But I'm just meatballing. I mean, theoretically, I should be using the fingertips and not so much my palms because the palms contain heat, more heat than the fingertips. And as you get the meat hot, the fat starts to melt and gets kind of gummy. That's important fact for like hamburgers. But for this, it doesn't really matter because I just sloshed it all together anyway. Love the video quality. Well, thank you. I take great pride in trying not to degrade my quality. Use those fingers. Oh yeah, you like them fingers, Pims. Wait, that got weird. Okay, that meatball was a little bit bigger than the rest of them. That's fine. Meat bowling. Bowling, 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 bowling. Bring that beef back, baby. I'm meat bowling. All right, so I'm not going quick enough. Oh, and the screensaver is gonna come on. I gotta use my elbow. Yeah, Hermias, I got one camera, but it's like a super crazy actual like camcorder, which explains the high quality. So anytime I want to do something else, I gotta move it. Oh, really, Pims? Gosh dang it. Just finished a cooking stream myself, so I'm feeling crazy full right now. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Daddy's Gamer Girl. Daddy's Gamer Girl, I missed that reference of hot dogs and wieners or whatever from Holly's stream. But I just saw like she got crazy, like started posting memes of hot dogs and stuff. I don't understand it. I might have to go back and watch a VOD. Or something. Because I missed it. I haven't actually been watching very many of her streams. She's playing, what We did streak in butter with mashed potatoes, onions, and honey roasted carrots. Oh my goodness. So meat and 2 veg, basically. Well, that sounds pretty good, Hermias. I'm making almost, actually, meat and cheese and stuff. That's awesome, though. Soup! Is you make soup? I am making soup, yes indeed. I'm rolling out some meatballs right now for our Italian wedding soup. Pretty excited about it. I'll tell you what, Mrs. Lethal Plays is very excited about it as well. This is one of her favorite soups. And it keeps really well too in the fridge. My glasses are sliding down my face, guys. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna roll with it. Eventually I'm gonna look like a freaking like librarian. They're gonna be down here. But it keeps really well too. So like it'll be good tomorrow and the next day because we're gonna make a lot. Even though it's hot as balls outside. Even though it's hot. It's very tasty. At one point I looked at the camera while seasoning. I put double salt. Oh no! Hermias, no! That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one to overcome. I love soup. Yeah. I don't cook it very often. I've only got like, sorry, this is like all in your ears. I can't let the glasses slip. They're driving me crazy. I want a taco. Very random, Noel. Anyway, prefer potato soup and broccoli cheddar soup. Oh man, that's a good one. You got a good one there. I don't make soup too often because our cold snap here in Florida isn't even really considered. Calling it cold offends people that actually have real cold weather. My cold weather is not cold weather. But yeah. So I don't do it very often. Mrs. Lethal's like, you make butternut squash soup? I'm like, I don't know. She's like, you should make butternut squash soup. I'm like, all right, I'll make butternut squash soup. And it's delicious, but I just don't do it very often. So I have a tray of meat now. I have a tray of meat, a tray-you of meat. I had this idea, cold weather is short season. Look, we get 3 days a year, Pims, where I have to wear a long sleeve shirt. I live in Scotland, so there's a lot of soup. Yeah, see, I don't know, there's a lot of soup everywhere, but I just don't make it because it's hot. I guess I can make cold soup, like a vichyssoise or something, but anyway. So I got lots of meatballs. I had this idea, oh shoot, my battery's running low, I better plug in my laptop. Hold on, changing out gloves. I've got the power cord right here, so it ain't gonna turn off. That's a very American thing to say. 3 days a year where I get to wear shorts. Touche, Pims, touche. I'll drink a beer for you. So check it. I had this idea that I was going to sear all of these meatballs to get some additional flavor before I put them in the soup itself. I'm not gonna do that. That's a lot of work. If you wanted to, you could definitely do that and get a lot of additional flavor into the soup. I ain't doing it because it's a lot of work for me right now and I don't feel like it. I still haven't even done the grilled cheese. Although, how long have we been live? Almost 2 hours. Mrs. Lethal's not gonna be home for at least about four hours. Yeah, 4 hours. Just doing some math in my head, guys. Noel, do you want a Dorito taco? Like a Los Doritos tacos or whatever they're called? I do need to clean this pan though. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I just convinced myself that I'm gonna sear off the meatballs. Now normally I wouldn't do this in this type of pan, because this is definitely like a saucepan. This is not made for searing. This is not a saute pan or anything like that. But in the interest of not having too many different pans being used, I'm going to crank that up and let the water that was in it evaporate a little bit, and then I will do it. I will sear the meat in there in batches and get some additional caramelization, some additional Maillard reaction. It'll be good. It'll be good, guys. Trust me. I don't feel like you trust me. You need to trust me. Trust me. Ooh, falling. Baby, I'm falling. All right, don't look. Don't look at my fridge. If you're new here, guys, I'm very paranoid about my refrigerator. I would prefer if people do not look into the refrigerator. The fridge or will suck your soul. Our wind didn't kick in. Oh, you guys are having windy weather. Yeah, it was really miserable here today. I'm not even gonna finish the sentence because it's just bragging at this point. It's just bragging at this point, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If it's any consolation, the summertime sucks here. It's so hot. It's so hot. Like, no matter what I wear going out in the world, I'm like, oh. All right, so I'm gonna try to do a little bit of a cleanup thing here. I've still got raw meat on my hands, on my one hand, I should say. This is why I wear gloves. You'll see me, guys, if you're new to the stream and you stop by again in the future, you'll see that I wear gloves all the time. And it's just because I'm lazy and I don't want to wash my hands all the dang time. So I got my watercress from the other night, from from Monday's stream. I got some watercress left over. I'm gonna use that as the green element in the soup. I think it's gonna be pretty good. The green is very aggressive, so I don't need that much of it. Miss Lith is gonna pick it out anyway. But it's gonna be good. Trust me, trust me. Complain about how nice is your weather. Yeah, well, look, man, it rains a lot here too, so I don't want to hear it. Like, it rains a lot. There was one time, like, I think it was 2 years ago. It rained for 7 straight days. Like, I'm not joking. It did not stop raining for 7 days. I was like, what is life? We didn't want to go anywhere. We were stuck. Like, going to work was misery, more so than normal. And we couldn't go out and do anything because we didn't want to get soaked. Our backyard was flooded. It was a mess. 7 straight days. It's crazy. Baby, I'm falling. Just looked up and saw that. I had to cycle home in the rain without a coat. Oh no! That sucks. Where I'm from, it rains for weeks at a time. I love that we're talking about the freaking weather right now. This is the best. This is great, guys. This is great. Well, anyway, not talking about the freaking weather. I've got that going, so I'm gonna move the stuck. How far over am I? Okay, I need to move the camera just a tad. I need to move it just a tad so you get a better idea of what I'm actually doing. So prepare your butts for a camera movement. How's that? That should be better. And less fridge. It's a win-win, guys. It's a win-win. It's a win-win. Oh, that's much better. Yes. Over Christmas, it rained nonstop for about a month, and every Saturday for about 2 months. Oh my god. Good Lord. It's crazy. It's crazy. Where I'm from, I had to walk up in the snow. Uphill both ways. Heat, why are you so hot? Goodness. There's one thing about this stove, man. When I moved in, who's that? Sir Venomic. Venemic. I don't know. Probably Venomic. Venomnick, maybe? I don't know. But welcome. Thank you for that follow. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me they hit that you. Oh my God, I can't talk. It means a lot they hit that follow button for me, man. It does mean quite a bit. So when I moved in, I had to learn the hard way that these burners run hot. Like I was cooking, like the first thing I cooked, I was like, all right, it's medium heat. And like the oil started smoking and it was nuts. So I'm gonna throw in some balls and they're gonna lose some of their ball shape because they're cooking on a flat surface. But I think it'll be all right. It's still gonna taste good. It's gonna taste better than if we were just to cook these in the stock, which is the whole point. So I've got 3, 6. I've got 9 balls in the pan here. I'm just gonna let it cook for a minute. I'll give it an occasional toss, a tossarino, just to kind of evenly brown a little bit. I'm not gonna be so like concerned about making sure that everything's like perfectly browned all around, but yeah, we'll make it look good. We'll make it look good. Scoob! Balls tend to lose shape as they get hot anyways. Indeed! What's up, Pop Shot? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're having a good day. Scoob! Soup 6115, thank you for that follow, my man. Thank you so much. Hope you're having a good day. Appreciate that follow. I'll take this opportunity also to say to anyone out there that's lurking that I love you. I love my lurkers so much. I love my lurkers very much. My lurkers are amazing. You don't have to come out of lurking to say nothing. I just want to tell you that I love you. That's it. If you're out there and you want to hit that follow button because you're enjoying what's going on, then I would like that too. But it's not necessary. It's not permanent. It's not a thing that you have to do to make me happy, but it would make me happy. Does that make sense? I hope that made sense. So, oh boy, yes, the browning is real right now. The browning is real. I'm just gonna go like this. And where the things fall, they fall. I'm not even really totally... Call me Allie. Alright, what's up, Allie? Thank you for that follow. Don't call me out as a lurker. I'm not calling you as a lurker, Caustic, but what's up, Crimson Moon? What's up? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're having a good day, Crimson Moon. Caustic, I'm not calling you out, man. I call out my lurkers to let them know that they're there and I love them. I don't need them to come out and say hi, because I lurk all the time, man. I get it. I get it. You're doing things, you're zoned out, you're having a good day, whatever. You just want to chill. That's fine, man. I just want to let them know that I love them. I love them for being here, man. That's all. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm super saying. All right, let's just use this. It's fine. I am here to learn how to cook for my husband before he dumps my ass. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, you've come to the right place. So I've got pretty aggressive browning on some of these sides here. Like I said, I'm not too worried about like getting it perfect all around, because that takes too much work. Then I have to like individually flip each one of these, and I'm not going to be doing that. So before the oil just keeps smoking, I'm going to throw in some more balls. It's smelling really nice though. It smells of oregano and garlic and of other things that I have placed inside the meatball mixture. Yes, very nice. I'm going to go a little bit more balls this time. You don't want to overcrowd your pan either, because then it's not as conducive to even browning or browning in general. Things will start steaming and getting kind of gray, and it's gross. Nobody likes gray meat. Dorito, yes, I would like a potato chip. That sounds great. Thank you. I would love a potato chip. I think I have a few. I think I have a few, actually. But, I ain't gonna eat that. My chewing is already loud enough. I'm not gonna add crunching to the mix either, because that's terrible. Terrible. It's terrible. So call me Allie. You're welcome, everybody, for that. That's gonna be stuck in your head all day. You can thank me for that. Anyway, so I'm just cooking these balls, because I'm bowling. Baby, I'm bowling. Cooking these bowling. That don't make sense, but I'm cooking it. Crimson Moon, thank you for that follow. I appreciate that. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. Have I made the soup already? No, Crimson, I'm working on it. I'm building the layers to the soup. So like I made the meatballs and I'm cooking them right now. Just gonna give them I'm giving them a quick sear to get some flavor going, some additional flavor. I'm all about adding layers of flavor to things whenever we have an opportunity to do so. So I'm searing off like basically one side of each meatball to get some crust. That'll probably dissolve in the soup, to be fair, but it'll dissolve nonetheless, and still add a lot of flavor to the dealio. But we're working on it. We're working. Everything's in steps. I got the bacon cooked for the grilled cheese that I'm gonna be making. I've got Gouda and provolone cheese and Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna crust the outside of the sandwich with the Parmesan and cook it. We're having a parmesan-crusted bacon grilled cheese sandwich, which sounds incredible. It's probably the most beautiful thing I've said all day. It's amazing. It's amazing. Where did I learn to cook? Where did I learn to cook? Oh my God. Ban him for asking a legitimate question. I'm just kidding. Pretty sure that was Scoobaroo. I learned cooking. I learned cooking originally from the television. Mr. Alton Brown, who I've had the pleasure of meeting twice in meet and greet situations. I learned most of my beginning knowledge from him. And then I did go to and graduated from, with high honors, Le Cordon Bleu in my local area here. So that is where I got most, I would say definite majority of my knowledge of the world of cooking and food. They teach a lot more than just like cooking stuff. They teach you a little bit about like some of the science, or they expect you to know some of it, which is what I'm really all about, is like why things happen. They teach a little bit there, but that's where I got most of my stuff. It's hard for me to want to cook. It takes so long to cook, and you're finished eating in like 10 minutes, then the cleanup sucks. Sir Venom, you have a very good point. You have a very good point. But I don't know. I do it for several reasons. One, I really do enjoy it. But yeah, the cleanup can be a pain. But I mean, you have to eat, right? So I think it's at least semi-important for people to know how to make good food. Even if you don't cook all the time, having the ability to is definitely a life skill worth having. You're doing it wrong if it only takes you 10 minutes to eat it all. Well, that's true. A boot. King Valkyrie, what's up? So you've got a degree in cooking, but what's your main job? I have an office job. I mean, it's boring. I have a boring office job, working for a company that pays me a salary to do a thing that I have absolutely really no care about. But I cook good. I cook good. The main reason why I don't like work in the field of cooking is because I'm too old, I think. I'm like too old to start, because you have to start like from the bottom and then you get there. It's not like you start at the bottom and now you're here. You start at the bottom and you stay there for a long time. Like that piece of paper with my name on it that says like, you done good. It don't mean anything in the real world. It means I have skills. It does not mean I have experience, which kind of sucks. It's a huge bummer. Plus, I'm not really a fan of the restaurant world. In general, my experience was very poor. So I cook now for my family. I cook for the internet. And I tell you, I have a lot more fun doing this than I ever had cooking in school or in my externship or anything like that. You know, it's like practical use to being able to use my skills. And also, there's a lot of extra fat in here that I don't want. Let's go like this. That may have been a mistake. That may have been a slight mistake. Anyway. Oh, I don't have paper towels! No! I'm out of paper towels! Go! Ah, there we go. With us being old, it's hard to take all that bully, get in the kitchen setting. Sir Venom, you're right. Not only that, but like because you have to start at the bottom, it's like you're making minimum wage. And I don't know about you, but I'm a married man, and I would not be able to afford, like I would have to take a huge, what am I trying to say, quality of living hit if I wanted to start working in a restaurant. King Keo, What's up? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day. Thank you for that follow. You may not work in a restaurant, but you're definitely a mission. Well, that's very kind of you to say, King Valkyrie, but I don't totally agree with that. But hey, it's fine, it's fine. Apparently you failed the paper towel 101. I have the paper towels, they're in my garage though, and I'd have to like take my microphone off and go out there and get them, and that's a bit more of a pain than it sounds like it should be. Because the clip on my microphone thing is like, I don't know, man. It's made of like adamantium. It's very stiff. It's very stiff and difficult to deal with. It's like a girlfriend I had in high school. What? Oh my gosh! I said it. I said it. So does doing dishes with Chef Lethal. Oh geez! Oh my God! Whoa, King Keo with $3. Streaming food, living the dream. Hope you're having a good day. King Keo with $3 tip. Thank you so much, my man. My man, thank you for that. Man, follow and then the tip. That's awesome. Dude, thank you so much. Like, people could say that's only $3, Chef, but no, for me that means a lot, dude. So thank you so much for that. That's gonna go a long way to helping the dream of a better capture card to have more cameras and make this, make this show much more high quality. If you don't know, if you're new here, and clearly you are King, but King Keo, like any of the tip money right now is going towards a new capture card that allows for 4 inputs. And my dream is to not sort of dumb down the quality of stream that I have right now, because I've got like a really nice camcorder and I want to kind of keep that up. So I need the capture card to facilitate additional cameras, because the one I have now only supports 1, which is the one I'm using. But I think it would be weird to have a really nice camera and then have like a webcam for something else, because then that's going to look like crap compared to this, and I have to deal with latency, and it's a big problem. But yeah, we're really close, and that does help. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it, man. So enough about that. Enough. So I had left in my PayPal. Well, thank you so much for that, dude. Again, thank you very, very much. It means awesome. It means awesome. It means awesome. It means so much to me. Make sure there's no more moist on that pot, Chef. I know, Bander. I'm working on it, dude. What camera are you using? I have a Canon Vixia RF. Oh my God. Hold on. I gotta read the label. I have a Canon Vixia HF R52. Hello. Hope. Can you see in my pores when I do that? Do you want us adding questions to the list today? Pims, I would say if I don't get to something, but I'm able to kind of like catch up with chat. I'm able to catch up with chat. I'm able to get to you. Nobody gets it. Nobody gets me anymore. No, I'm ready to, in today's stream with Chef Lethal Play as we cook food, but can't English. Indeed. Indeed. Well, anyway, yeah, Pims, I'm able to kind of keep up with chat today, so if I miss anything, add it to the questions and I'll check it at the end, but as of right now, I wouldn't say you have to add it unless I miss it, which is what I just said. So, now I've got the pot. That is mostly clean. I'm not too worried about like the gunk around the edges. I got a little bit of stuff in there, faux shizzle, that I have to, it looks kind of gross, actually. So, hold on. My kingdom for a towel. Seriously. What's a guy I gotta do? Here we go. Towel. Nailed it. Aced it. Can't be stopped. Eyes are so dreamy. Oh my goodness. Do you like my eyes, everybody? Yo, this thing happened to me one time. Ketchup soup. This thing happened to me in 5th grade. I was in like this chorus class or whatever they called it back then. And frickin' my teacher complimented me on my eyes, 5th grade, and was like, Chef, your eyes are so nice. I'm like, I mean, thank you, but I'm a little young for this. I don't know how to feel. Why are my pants tighter? It's weird. It's weird. Like at the time, I was like, okay, that's nice, thank you. But looking back, I'm like, this chick was hitting on me. It was weird. Weird. Anyway. Chef Macaroni is aqueous confirmed because he always needs a towel. I don't know what that means. I don't know what it means, Chef Macaroni. I don't know what it means. +1 to whoever gets the reference and accepts it. It will be over before you know it. What? Did I miss something, Crimson? It'll be over before you know it. Are you gonna cut my eyes out? I hope you don't come cut my eyes out because I need them. I need them so I can see. Your husband is sleeping on the sofa for trying to be so silly. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. So we have heat now. We've got heat. Oh, so I'm gonna add in my stock and actually go like this. So round 1 of my homemade. Whoa, hello. Hi. that was aggressively sounding hotness or something. Evaporation. Anyway, here we go. Chef, was that beer? Yes, indeed. It was and is. All right, so I got a little bit more of my stock, my stock, my stock, my stock. Talking about my stock, my stock. Oh my God, what has happened? Ladle down. The ladle has fallen. The ladle has fallen. Do I have the thing that I desire? Do I have a strainer? My life for a strainer. I've got that strainer. That's like really not the thing. All right, all right. DDR Cat, what's up, dude? Thank you so much for that host. I appreciate it. Pim's trolling with calling him DDR. Oh, King Q with the host. Thank you so much. And Orania, welcome to the stream. I see you. That's a nice emote that you got there. I like it. I like it a lot. Very nice. Hello, everybody. Today was a raid, but probably no one's gonna come over. That's all right, Cat. It's all right, dude. You came and that. Whoa, wait! Don't finish that sentence, Chef. You arrived, and that's what means the most to me. All right, so I'm kind of possibly looking for a strainer. Is there one in here? Ooh, hello. Megan's strainer is here, everybody. All right. My oven's still on now. Okay, good. Whoop. Noel Torres is now host. We got a host train going on. My goodness. My goodness. I did not. I mean, I'm close. What? Dang it, Pims, with the freaking ninja quoting. Dang it. All right, so then this is the store-bought stock. Oh, that was an unintentional flip off. I apologize. I've got the store-bought stock that I'm gonna pour in through the strainer just to catch any of the thyme leaves. Wow, most of it actually just stayed in the container. Awesome. Awesome blossom. Mm-hmm. So meow, I'm going to increase heat and let that go. I'm gonna hit that right now. I know it's gonna need probably so much salt. We've got like half a gallon of stock, maybe. Half a gallon. That's how I say gallon now, guys. Gallon. Ooh, what is this? Nothing to see here, people. I'm definitely not eating bacon right now. All right, so I'm just gonna let that cook. I'm gonna let that come up to a simmer. Oh, that bacon is so good though. That bacon is so good though. Oh God, Savage Pims. I don't think we're ready for Savage Pims. I don't think we're ready. Don't eat all the bacon. There's plenty of bacon. We might believe you not eating bacon if we didn't hear the crunch. Wait a minute. You can prove nothing. Yo, what beer? This is Cigar City Brewing High Life India Pale Ale. One of my favorites. So like one of my top 3 beers. It is delish. Why is he drinking chicken stock? That would be a, oh my God, why didn't I think about that? That would have been a terribly awesome prank. That would have been amazing, Oron. If I would have done a April Fool's freaking stream and like poured a beer, but then also show you guys chicken stock and be like, well, the chicken stock is on point today, guys. XFlare25, what's up, dude? Welcome to the stream. Whoa, Crimson, it's one of your top 3 also? Awesome, dude. It's so good. It's so good. One time, semi-recently, I went to Tampa on vacation, and we did the brewery tour for Cigar City, and I got this badass growler. I'll show you this, guys. This growler is awesome. So it's a 64-ounce growler because they just became legal in Florida, but it's like this really nice matte black finish. It's got the logo on it. Like, I love this thing. So we took the brewery tour. I got drunk. Like, that was a fun tour. Mrs. Lethal doesn't drink beer. As you guys may know, I don't know if I've said that before on stream, but she doesn't drink beer, but they give you like 4 samples. They give you like 4 4-ounce samples, I think, throughout the tour. So we'd be moving and I'd have to chug mine because then she would then just give me hers. So I got so drunk because they were very high octane beers, I'll say. Like this one's like 7.5%, I think. Does it say on the can anymore? They may have. No, 7.5% alcohol by volume. It was cray. It was cray. I'm buzzed on chicken stock. It's awesome, dude. Chef, you should have done that on April Fool's stream where everything intentionally went wrong. I would think about it, but the thing is, like, having things go wrong is, like, I think if I faked it, it would be obvious. And I'm not that good at that. Like, I'm too transparent for that. I'd be like, oh, this didn't go the way, this didn't screw up the way that it was supposed to. Okay, so we're still good there. My kitchen is devolving. Obersteel. Guys, Obersteel is here. What's up, dude? Guys, okay, this is gonna seem weird because he's staff, but can we get a caster command to Ober? Because I heard a rumor that he might start streaming cooking soon, and for real, I saw him on another person's stream, and his voice, his voice is dreamy. Like, I'll watch those streams. I'll have it off in another tab and not even look, because this got weird. Have you seen Julie do her cooking streams? Yeah, of course. I've seen her XFlare. She does good stuff. Oh, Pim's got wrecked by the bot. But thank you guys for that. I'll still watch you. Oh, well, thank you, Crimson. Thank you, guys. No yelling. Oh my God. I love that because Kate, you're probably sitting right next to Caustic, like 6 feet away or 2 meters away from him, and you're just like, no yelling. I love it. So I've got my carrots here in my fancy plastic cup. I'm going to carefully, actually here's a good idea. Let's put them into the ladle and then dump them into the hot stock. The stock is coming up to a simmer. I hear it trying. It's trying. So there we go. So there, stock, take them carrots. Increase your vitamin A, your efficiency. Vitamin A efficiency. What's wrong with me in the head? Pim's braces for timeout. It's amazing, guys. Amazing. If I had Flash CS5, I could have animated this all, like this whole stream in the chat. No, Pim's Ober's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. He's a mushroom, man. He's a fun guy. Cannot vouch for his actual funness, but he seems like a cool guy. From the 5 minutes of interaction that I had with him on a stream where I was watching and it wasn't his stream, that brief moment was fine. It's good. I'm waiting for the stock. Stock, please hurry, because I need to do other things. Like, we have bacon to deal with, guys. We have bacon to deal with. Oh, bacon, yeah. All right, let's go like this. All right, so, is this gonna be fine? Yeah, this will be fine. So, here's the thing. Always check your measurements if you're gonna buy something online. I bought this pack of cutting boards, these bamboo cutting boards, and I was like, yeah, because I need new cutting boards. Like, my bamboo one is horrible. It's like 7 years old, 8 years old, and it's got divots in it. It looks terrible. I was like, let me buy these new ones. So I looked them up online, and it came with the 3-pack, and I said, yes, I will buy this 3-pack. This is the largest one that they came in the pack. This is not a very big cutting board. Like, ideally you want your cutting board like way bigger than your knife. So like, for instance, my next smallest cutting board, like the smallest cutting board that I comfortably use just in life in general, this is my other bamboo cutting board. Like from corner like there, so it's like a 1.5 knife width. You can't see, cause I'll go like that. There. So like I got like a 1.5 knife width from diagonal to diagonal. This is like the appropriate size, like the smallest size I feel comfortable with for a cutting board. And then they gave me this crap, and I looked at the dimensions in my head after saw them on the website, and I was like, that's probably fine. Yeah, that's fine. This is almost useless to me. I'll show you guys the real. I can cut chives on it. Exactly. Cutting boards are small, or they wouldn't fit. Yeah. So I've got a bunch of cutting boards. So it was a 3-pack. So the next one that came was this one, which isn't even any better. So we've got the first one, and then this one. All right. And then it came with a third one that I don't even know what I'm going to do with, but it's this. It doesn't even have a handle. It's like if I were to put all of the edges on the right side edges, it goes like that. Can you see? Yeah. So I don't even know what to do with this. This one is almost useful, and this one is semi-useful. So I gotta buy another freaking cutting board. I have to get a real actual cutting board. Now in my defense, I did buy another board that I'm excited about. Let's talk about cutting boards. I got this really big plastic one. So I'm gonna use this for most of my raw meat applications and stuff, but it has like rubber feet and sides, so it sticks on the countertop really well, so it doesn't move all around. And just as an example, like, yeah, like this is a good size, but I don't want to use it because I have to hand wash it, and it's not going to fit in my dishwasher, and I don't feel like doing it. So there, I said it out loud. All right. That thing is huge. huge. I've heard that before. Okay, we have boiling. I don't need boiling. I don't need boiled goose. I want simmer. I want simmered goose. And do I have the thing that I desire in my... I do! I knew I had some. See, this is the problem with grocery shopping when you can't come home first to check inventory. I have orzo. So we're gonna use some orzo, which if you don't know what orzo is, it's an enriched macaroni product. It is delicious pasta made with only the finest durum wheat. There. So it's like, it's pasta, but it looks almost kind of like rice. So it's a small pasta. So we're gonna cook it right in the stock. And I'm not gonna, I'm definitely not measuring this right now. I'm just gonna dump some in like that. That's probably fine. It just adds a little bit to the soup itself, gives it a little bit of something to chew on, something to put in your mouth other than just meat, you know. It gives you something else to put in your mouth other than just balls. Because let's face it, you need something. No, I'm not even gonna finish that sentence. Guys, come on. Come on, work with me here, people, work with me. So I'm gonna start preparing for the sandwich. So I've got this bread. I am excited about this bread because when I was walking around the grocery store with it in my basket, like I had it, you know how they have like a basket where they have, like it's the cart, right? So you have the cart thing, and you've got the little, the part on the top where a kid would normally sit, and you've got the big like basket portion on the bottom, you know? Well, I had the bread in the little kid portion, and I was walking, and as I was walking through the store, I was getting the smells of the bread, and I was like, oh, this is good bread, man. This was fresh. This was fresh. I didn't say that, Pims. I didn't say that, Pims. What kind of, no. What kind of, no. That is not a thing that I said. You can't prove it. There's definitely no video evidence of me ever saying that. The smells of fresh-ish bread. Because I have it on good authority that the baker employees, the employees of the bakery of my grocery store go to the store, like their shift starts at like 3 in the morning so they can start the bread baking process for the day. And I think that's awesome. So one thing I need to do that I haven't done before, just this moment, is I'm going to grab just a tiny spoonful, of the stock, and I'm gonna give it a taste. Ooh, baby, that's good. Because I added all that salt, but I never tasted it afterwards. It may not have even needed the salt. That was the danger of tasting something before, seasoning before I tasted. I assumed correctly. That usually happens. I'll tell you guys something that really grinds my gears. This is a trigger for me, okay, guys? So I'm about to get triggered. People that like they are served a plate of food and start adding things to it before they even taste it, okay? Triggered. My father, whom raised me to be a responsible adult, adds salt to most everything. And I take great care in making sure that my food tastes good, it's seasoned well, you know, it's cooked properly. My dad will take my food and then just throw salt on it. Like, I don't even keep iodized table salt in my house. Like, I don't have a drop of it anywhere in my house. So he would come over and I would cook dinner for us, and he would take my kosher salt and like sprinkle it on his potatoes, on his steak, on his this, on his that, and every time I'm like, Dad, you haven't even tasted it yet. And he's like, I just love salt. And then one time that he did this, you're drinking this stock, I hope you don't get drunk, I know, right? It's weird. But there's one time he did this where I took great care. I made a really nice plate of food. Like I made a standing rib roast, right? And for those, you have to season really aggressively because the meat is thick, you know, a big roast. So the outside is going to be saltier than the inside, but the idea is that you eat it all at the same time. Like you cut a cross section, so you cut a cross section, so when you eat it, you get some of the exterior, you get some of the interior, and it kind of works itself out. Ooh, I'm falling. Maybe I'm falling. So he he grabbed his plate, like I made this plate for him, right? And it was this beautiful, like gorgeous medium rare meat, right? And then it was like I made like a little thing. This made everything, right? And so he immediately grabs my kosher salt, which isn't really made to be used for the table like that because it doesn't melt, it doesn't dissolve the way that table salt does, which is what he uses at his house. And he starts freaking ruining my meal. And then he has the nerve to say, huh, this meat's a little salty, don't you think, chef? No, I don't think. I think you ruined it. I think you ruined it by adding the frickin' salt that it didn't need. That's what I think. Taste your food first. Don't offend people. So I'm just gonna, I have to bring this back up to a simmer so I can actually cook the orzo before I add back the meatballs. The meatballs are seared, but they're not fully cooked. Now with this being soup, like I'm gonna have this simmering for a while, or at least just warming. So it's gonna be fine, and some of the orzo's stuck to the bottom of the pan. I can feel it as I'm stirring. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get so triggered right then, guys. Like, that is one of those things. Like, there are a few points of the cooking and culinary world that really just get me, and that pissed me off so much. Oh, I was so mad, I'm still mad. So then you had him drawn and quartered, right? Yeah, pretty much. Oh my gosh. Like, it killed me, man. I was like, he does it all the time. He's like, oh, sometimes you add too much salt to your food. I'm like, don't add salt to your food, you jackass. I mean, really. Anyway, so I've got this beautiful, slightly crusty, it's so, okay, just had to do a taste test. I didn't want to chew in your ears again. That's really good. Okay, yep. The bread is confirmed. It's good. Confirmed bread good. Ooh, one thing I do need to do. One thing I need to do is, I need some butter. What happened to all my butter? I don't use butter. That's what happened to it. It ain't get used. So I got some butter. I'm gonna melt some so I can brush it on the bread. Oh, it's so good. Ugg Edmund! What's up, Ugg Edmund? Oh, and we had a follower. Who's that? Yan Malol. Welcome to the kitchen. Thank you for the follow. Hope you're having a great day. Welcome. That didn't even show up in chat, did it? It did. Okay, there it is. What's up, dude? Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it so much. Ugg Edmund. See, guys, me and Ugg Edmund have a slight history. I think he came to the stream one time because either Holly, BB, who did all my art, or Deathridge Craft, who is a very popular, primarily Minecraft streamer at the moment, shouted me out. And I show up in Deathridge Craft's stream all the time, and Ugg Edmund says hi to me, because he's a very nice person. He's very kind and says hello to me. But I'm usually on mobile when I'm in streams, and I can't type his freaking name right. It's always wrong. But I can say it correctly. I can say it just fine. So hello, Ogden. Thank you so much for stopping by, my man. And Vanilla Sky, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you are having a great Wednesday. I say cheers unto you. Our soup is coming along very nicely. Those of you that are new out there, I got some Vanilla Sky. I got some Vanilla Sky on my screen. I got some Italian wedding soup kind of in the works. So I've got some chicken stock. Half of it's homemade chicken stock. Half of it is is store-bought chicken stock that I doctored and life hacked it basically to make it better than it normally is supposed to be. I got some carrots in here, some orzo, and I'm just simmering it right now to cook the orzo before I add back in the meatballs that I have that I seared to add additional flavor. That's a step that most people don't do, but I do it because I'm all about that base. Adding additional flavors to, you know, to expand upon things and make them more complex and just better in general. So I got meatballs with salt and pepper, oregano, garlic powder, onion powder. There's an egg in there to bind it all together and panko to dry it all out. So those are, I seared those. Those are just waiting to go into the actual pot of soup to finish cooking. And I've got some watercress to throw in there for a little bit of green action. It's gonna be good. Hello from France. Oh my goodness. You keep making me French. I don't know, Edmund. It's just the thing I say, man. I say, Edmund. Don't hate me, bro. Don't hate me. And we have an actual French person here, so I have to keep my accents in check and my fake French in check because I don't want to offend anybody more than I already offend them. Yeah, I definitely, the spoon is not the right tool for what I need to do. I have orzo stuck on the bottom of the pan. I can feel it. Or maybe not. Either that or it's coming up really easily. I'm thinking it's coming up very easily. Bing, 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 bing. We have a winner. So now I'm gonna go ahead and grab the meatballs and lightly place into the simmering stock here. So some of the crust, actually I'd probably say most of the crust is gonna dissolve from the meat, from the actual searing process. But the benefit is it's going to just add its flavor to the stock itself. So we kind of lose a bit, but we gain a bit because it's going to be more equally distributed. So I'm just going to dump all this in one at a time because I'm really efficient at these types of things, guys. Can't you tell? Oh, I got two. Man, when those meatballs touch though. All right, so I'm going to give that a stir and let that go. And that's almost done. Like that's almost done. Which is good, which is good. Hating you. Oh, with the chef heart. Oh my goodness. Hold on, my nose is itching again. My nose is itching. How can I? Okay, I'll scratch it with this. Ah! I don't know what it is lately, guys. My nose has been itching like crazy. I don't like it, I don't like it. Was that a mushroom pun? I don't know, Oron, because I forget most everything that I say. Like, I just mouth vomit, which is normal vomit. I word vomit and totally forget most of what I say. It's terrible. I'm gonna say yes, it was probably a mushroom pun. If there's puns involved, I probably said it. I do enjoy the puns, I will say. Oh my god, my nose. I'm just gonna like, ah! Okay, serrated knife. It's called a bread knife for a reason. Like I only ever really use this for bread. You can also use this for tomatoes. It's really effective on tomatoes if you have a dull like chef knife. Like my Santoku here is relatively dull and probably would have a hard time getting through some tomato skin. But my serrated knife would just cut right through it. It'd be great. Boop. I also use this for like watermelon and like cantaloupe and stuff like that. It's good. It's good. Do you normally saute your meatballs or bake them? In this case, X-Flare, neither. Traditionally, and almost every recipe I've seen for Italian wedding soup, it calls for making the meatballs and then putting them in the soup and simmering them to cook. I decided that I was going to saute them to put them in the soup. And outside of this soup, I've never actually made proper meatballs. Like anytime I'm making meatballs, it's for Italian wedding soup. So I hope that answers your question. But thank you for that question. So I'm going to cut my bread now that I'm so incredibly excited about. I'm going to go about, I don't know what this, oh, this bread is doing things to me in my pants. So I don't know what that is. That's probably about an inch. Yeah, we're going to go about an inch thick. Make meatballs like once a week. Wow. That's a lot of meatballs. And then just for the sake of some sort of uniformity. I'm taking this piece of bread like this, and I'm placing it at the edge on the top of the loaf, so I can cut roughly, what the flip was that? Anyway, so I can cut roughly the same size thickness, although that is just me being a little crazy. Oh my God, this smells so good. Smells so good. So then, oh, this is gonna, look at this, is gonna be a sandwich of the ages, guys. Like, I'm not even gonna touch the soup. Like, I'm gonna plate the soup because I made it and it needs to be in the glamour shot, but it's gonna be all about that sandwich. I'm telling you guys right now, I think I saw a follow. Who that? Who dares follow me and makes me do a thing that I am happy about? Who dares do such a thing? Zowie! Thank you for that follow. I can't get into watermelon. It's too bland. Well, then you haven't had good watermelon. Like good ripe watermelon, depending on where you are. Like, I'm in the American South. We can get watermelon woo-wee often and a lot. And I've had some really good watermelon. I've had some really bad watermelon too. It's all about getting it right. And it's not really up to you. It's up to whatever they sell at the market or whatever they have at the wherever and stuff. It's funny because I don't like the taste of watermelon, but I absolutely love it. I don't like the taste of watermelon, but I absolutely love it. Dorito, that's really weird. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of weird. Hold on, let me take a sip of my chicken stock here. Yep, it's still good. All right, so I need to do a slight little cleanup job here. I'm not actually gonna be like doing dishes or anything, but I need to get my stovetop organized because it's time to kind of start thinking about the thing. I need the spoon. So there's like this scum, I'm gonna call it for lack of a better term, like this orange type scum. It's just fat accumulating at the top of the soup here. I'm just gonna skim it off a little bit, just because it looks gross. It's very orange too. Why are you so orange? We're at a rolling boil at this point too. I don't need a rolling boil. I'm gonna turn the heat down. Continue skimming the scum. Removing the scum of the earth. One spoonful at a time. How dramatic. Bet you guys didn't know what you were getting into when you joined the stream. He's making soup. How interesting could it be? Well, did you hear that Chef Lethal removed the scum from the earth? Mm-hmm. Or at least the pan. Maybe not from the earth, but at least the pan. Some of the scum is gone. So I'm going to turn that burner off. I'm going to scooch up top because this is pretty much done. Like, the orzo was the only thing that we were really waiting on. I'm going to turn this on a very low heat just to kind of keep the heat going, fully cook the meatballs, make sure the orzo is cooked through, and we'll be good. We'll be good. Man, I wish I could catch more of your streams live, but you do it a bit early for me. Xflare, this is a very unusual time for me. Normally I'm live at like 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So about in a half hour is my normal like go live time during the week. So yeah, I just took a half day from work today. So I was like, well, you know what? I'm gonna stream. I'm gonna stream it because I have the dream to stream. Do you see, guys, what I did there? Oh my word. So I've got my non-stick pan, and I just wanted to make sure that my bread actually fits in said non-stick pan. Anyway. Okay. So before I get that completely heated up, I'm going to throw in, how much of this butter do I want to do? Actually, let me melt this amount of butter. So I've just got a little bit of butter here. It's probably about a tablespoon. I'm probably not even going to use this much, but I got this really kind of boring mug. Butter. 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 Okay, that got hardcore. That hardcore. They changed the normal price too. What are you talking about? Soda slushies from Quick Check. One time it was so hot they were hosting a sale where you could bring in your own cup and use it. Brought in a bucket. They charged me normal price. Oh my gosh. That's kind of nuts, dude. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, so I'm just melting butter. There's no science. Well, I guess technically there is science going on, but there's nothing too fancy going on. Just melting butter in a cup that has Batman's face on it. Because, guys, it's time. It is time to start working on the thing. It is time to start working on. What am I working on? The sandwich. We haven't even talked about the sandwich, guys. We've been so preoccupied with the soup. It's all about the soup and sandwich and the chicken stock. I think sniffing the bread did something to Chef. It may have, Ugh Edmund. It may have. That bread has magical, fresh baked bread has such magical powers. I believe in the power of bread. That's a song, right? It should be if it's not. Oh, Ron, why are you yelling at me? Don't yell at me, bro. Don't yell at me. Please, no. I don't appreciate being yelled at. I'm sensitive. All right, so I got melted butter. Are you in a white beret? No, it's not a beret. It's a chef hat. Why would I be in a beret, man? That's weird. It's a chef hat. It just kind of deflates over time. But yeah, dude, it's a chef hat. There we go. Oh, it fell again. So I feel it. But yeah, it's poofy. It's so poofy. There we go. All right. So let me grab another plate. A nice fancy, fine china plastic plate here. Or white paper, whatever material it is. I can't keep up these days with these kids these days and their materials and their stuff. Okay, so the butter, I've got another stick of butter. Just use the knife, Chef, it's fine. What's the worst that could happen? You could cut yourself and be embarrassed for cutting yourself with a butter knife on stream. That would be pretty embarrassing. My current boss actually came to work not too terribly long ago, so I'm gonna just throw some butter in the pan real quick. But he came to work not too terribly long ago with a Band-Aid on his thumb, and of course everyone's asking like, "Yo, boss, why is your hand all bandaged up and stuff?" He's like, "Oh, I cut myself with a knife." Wait, is this a cooking show? This is a cooking show? I don't know, X-Flare. You can call it what you will. I'm cooking. Whether or not it's a show, completely up to you guys. But anyway, he came to work with all these bandages on his hand. He's like, "Yeah, I cut myself with a knife." It's the Sniffing Bread Show. Yes. It's the best show. Okay, that's getting weird. Has gotten weird. I thought this was all Bread Talk, the show about games for bread. Oh my gosh. Whoa, Caustic. Caustic with the compliments. I can't handle that. You know I can't handle compliments very well at all, my friend, so I don't even know how to react right now. I'm just gonna go like this in an awkward manner. Like I don't know how to act at compliments. It does not compute. It does not compute. Anyway, that was weird. I'm sorry. So, I'm looking for my little dangly-doo. Wait, what? I should probably clarify what I mean by that. I'm looking for... I have a thing. I have... Dang it, what am I trying to call it? A thing. You guys know what I mean. I have a thing. Yeah, Chef, if you say it more times, they'll know exactly what you're talking about. I don't know what to call it. It's like a a bristly head thing for applicating the other things. Oh God, I'm not gonna find it, and you guys are gonna think I'm crazier than you already. I found it! A brush! I have a silicone brush. Good Lord. Oh my God. I am bread. It's on Steam. It's going. Oh my gosh. Would it be weird to say that I have a bread beard? You're so not making it better. I know exactly what I'm doing, X-Flare. Don't worry, my man. My man. X-Flare, are you Drizzy? Are you the illustrious Drizzy that I see people mentioning? Oh, did I miss something? Oh God. I'm technically working also, guys. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. Oh shoot. When was that? Oh, that was just 5 minutes ago. They're fine. Hold on, guys. I'm working. You can. I'm still here. Don't worry. All has been. What? What? Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, hi. I'm still here. Gotta keep working so I can keep doing the stream until I can make the stream my work. We're talking years. I am B the Drizzle. Dude, if you guys think I'm drunk, you guys crazy. You've never seen me drunk if you think I'm drunk right now. You crazy. You crazy. All right, let me grab my chaise. My grated chaise. Because this is going to be great, guys. This is going to be great. You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. Also, I need to grab my provolone and my Gouda. My Gouda. Because we are going to assemble a sandwich. I am very excited about this sandwich. I got to tell you guys my theory about sandwiches. About a grilled cheese sandwich in particular. We have to get you drunk now. Now you're just setting a challenge. Well, good luck with that, Edmund. Because it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen unless I go full sellout mode. It ain't gonna happen. I'm only partial sellout mode at this point. If I were to go full, that's when it happens. Ah, there we go. So, problem I have with grilled cheese sandwiches is people cook them too fast. A grilled cheese sandwich, at its core, yes, it's very simple. It's a simple thing. It's comfort food. You think bread, maybe a little bit of butter, some cheese. At its very core, right? That's boring as hell. But the less ingredients in something that you have, the more important the execution is. So you can easily put some pieces of cheese in between two pieces of bread, slap it in a pan with butter, cook it on high heat on both sides, and technically have a grilled cheese sandwich. Or I think in the other lands, the motherland across the pond, they call it a toasty, a cheese toasty, which is so proper. But what you're gonna end up having is sadness. You're gonna have sadness. Your cheese might not be all the way melted. Your bread might be a little burnt. It's not gonna be a good time. So what I like to do is just take my time. We slow down when we cook grilled cheese because time is the element here, right? So if we cook slow, we have time for the cheese to melt and get all gooey before the bread gets too brown. It's good. It's all about the time, man. You make it in your toaster. What? What? If you were going full salad mode, you'd be Pims. Oh, snap. See, he says he's not drunk to make you think he really is. And that's what drunks say. Oh my gosh. After microwaving at Lucy River, you crazy. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of such a thing. Anyway, so I've got my butter cooking in the back, which is good. And I've got some melted butter. And I've got some grated Parmesan cheese. I'm going to add this Parmesan to another plate. Although I don't know why I just did that. That may have been stupid. I'm not going to do that, actually. I'm going to go like that. Okay. So on piece number A here, number A, I said that. That's a thing that actually happened. I'm going to take the butter with the pastry brush and just kind of lightly brush the outside, making sure that the whole surface is covered. I've never done this before. Hopefully this works. I read it on the internet, so it has to be true, right? Okay, and then I'm going to take this butter side and smash it into the grated Parmesan cheese. It works! Don't sound so surprised, chef. They'll think that you don't know what you're doing. Right. Okay, so I've got side A covered with chaise. So meow, I'm going to add a slice of provolone, 2 slices of provolone to cover the bottom of the bread. Who's going to sleep? I'm going to be, oh, what? Good night. Kate, what? Shocking truth. Never made a grilled cheese. Never eaten it. Oh my god. Good night, Kate Nipper. Thank you so much for being here. I love you so much for it. You are amazing. So, I got 2 pieces of provolone and 2 pieces of Gouda, just so that everything is covered on the bottom of the bread. Now, swirl this around and take it off the heat for a moment. I've got bacon. I've got bacon. Mm-hmm. 2 pieces? We'll go 2 pieces. We want to see you make it. Take the angle down. Okay, miracle. I will do it. I will do it for you. Don't worry. I'll do it right now. I'm going to put the BRB screen on just so you don't get motion sickness while I jostle the camera around. But I will move the camera over my shoulder so that you guys can see exactly what I'm doing, guys. Don't worry. I'll be right back. This is the problem with only having one camera. We're getting there, guys, though. We're getting there. Through the generosity of viewers like you, we are definitely getting there. But, let's see. How much battery do we have left? 49 minutes. Okay, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. All right, so if I go like this, and then I move down like this. Oh my god, yes, yes. Oh, yes. All right, here we go. Boop. All right, how are you doing, everybody? Here we go. We're back. And I lost my glove. I lost my glove. I lost my glove. Oh, there we go. I'm always amused by the English pronunciation of Dutch things. Well, how would you... Okay, can you phonetically spell how you would pronounce Gouda? Please. 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 Okay, so I've got the Parmesan bread, followed by a layer of provolone, followed by a layer of, however I'm pronouncing incorrectly, Gouda, and then the bacon. So I'm going to go like this. I know, very, very conservative with the bacon. You know what? Funk this. I say unto thee, let's go bacon. Let's go bacon. There we go. There we go. Lots of bacon. Okay, so then we'll go... The OU in Gouda is like in loud, so it's Gouda. Miracle Live, thank you for that follow. I really appreciate it, my man. So I'm gonna top the bacon now with the Gouda. That sounds so dirty to say it like that, Gouda. Anyway, and then on top of that is gonna go the provolone. Oh my god, this sandwich though. This sandwich though. Oh my god. This is gonna be the best. Okay, so we've got this other piece of bread here that is boring and stupid, right? Can you see it up here? If I go like this, can you see? You can see that. Okay, there we go. Pardon my reach. So I'm going to get the remaining butter on here. Batman, please. And we'll do a brush job real quick. Yes. Very good, very good. Okay. And then, move that off to the side. We'll grab the Parmesan. And then butter side, right into the chaise. We'll give it a good smush. Oh yeah. You like that? You like that? Oh man, that one's super crazy. And cheese over the edge. Cheese down. Lucy will get that, don't worry. Not Lucy River that's in the chat. Lucy, my dog Lucy, will get that. That would be weird if Lucy River were here. So I'm just going to make sure that we got full cheese coverage, which was the name of my band in high school. Fun fact. All right. So I'm going to top that. Oh my God, this sandwich though. This is ridiculous. Okay. I'm going to move you again. So bear with me, guys. I'm going to move you over to the stovetop where I will be cooking the sandwich. So one moment while I bring you over there. Boop. All right, we're just playing the hokey pokey here with cameras and cables. So let's see. Oh, luckily I don't have you guys on right now, so good. This good. Soon, guys. Soon we will have cameras. Can you see? Oh, you can totally see that. That's good. That's good. That's Gouda. All right. So we got a little bit of butter in here. So we good. We good. Oh, I like this. I can look back and actually see what's happening in the pan. It's nice. It's nice. So while I'm waiting for the butter to heat back up, I'm just gonna quickly clean up. No spanking, there's children. Okay, sorry. Who was spanking? Who be spanking? Nobody's spanking. Who be spanking? I might be looking through your window, Chef. Lucy River, please. I didn't clean for you. That was a terrible pun. I know, Edmund. I'm sorry. I'm really bad. Like at this point in the stream, I'm just kind of like delirious, and I'm excited because I'm hungry. All right, so we've got. I don't want the heat too hot, so I can already kind of tell like the butter's a little bit too brown. It's browning. It's smelling good though. It's smelling good. Wow, Pim's caught the Hoobastank reference. I don't know if I should be ashamed or proud of you for that, my friend. So, screw it. We're gonna barehand it. I really hope this butter isn't too warm, because if it is, we're gonna have problems. I'm gonna turn it down even just a little bit more. Pardon my reach, and we're gonna grab the sandwich and then cheese side down, just right in there. Oh, just because I'm not gonna cook it like that because that's stupid. So, we must act quickly because time is now against us. I need a pan or something else. Oh shoot, I didn't plan for this. Oh no, ruined. No, not ruined. We're fine. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. So check it out. Here's the thing that people do. If you are me, hold on. I'm gonna rip some aluminum foil. So I'm gonna mute my mic. All right, I'm back. So check it out. You can't because you can't see yet, but I'm gonna show you a thing. So I've got the sandwich is cooking, right? But I need pressure because I can't fit this in my face. As much as I would love to, I will not be able to. So I'm gonna hit that with this and give it a smush. And then what, Chef? And then what? Oh man, the cheese is cooking. The cheese is cooking. Oh my God, needs more bacon. You're right. Hold on. Needs more bacon. Okay, there, we have bacon. There. Have something to look at. Have some bacon, everybody. Oh my gosh. The chef took some cheese and he made some great things. You're absolutely right. Is this heavy enough? This is not heavy enough, but it doesn't matter. Oh, I have salsa. I have salsa that I don't want to eat that was given to me as a gift and I don't want it. So there, I'm gonna weigh it down and it's gonna compress and assist in the brownitization of the things and also the stuff. Was that? No, that's fine. Okay, email is just exploding. It's all good. We're fine. How's everybody doing out there? Homemade panini. Exactly. Oh my gosh. 5 pounds of bacon would be a good start. Okay, hold on. We have to make Raven happy. I must make everybody happy. There's more bacon. I'm not doing that. Oh, look, my fridge is open and you guys can't see. Ha 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 ha. I'm so rude. I'm so rude, stank. All right, so let's go like this, hopefully. Okay, so not too much cheese stuck to the bottom of the pan, which is good. I'm gonna give this maybe not. I'm gonna give it a scrape. Way to go, non-stick pan. Frickin' dude, come on. Really? Non-stick, please. You're embarrassing me. Okay, let's give it I'll give it a swirl to get the rest of the butter that's been in the bottom of the pan. And you can already tell, like, the cheese is melting. We got nice melty edges here. Oh, I'm anxious for the flip, because I imagine the other side looks ridiculous. So I'm going to reapply the pressure. The pressure! I'm also going to stir. Can you see that? You can't see the soup that's right above here, but I'm just going to give this a stir just to make sure that, yeah, we're fully cooked now. The soup looks good. So the soup is here. Oh, hello, soup. Yep. So that's coming along very nicely. Very looks good. Very looks good. And we're cooking. So we're like, I feel like the sandwich is almost at a point where it wants to be flipped. It's asking for it. The flip is not going to end badly, Oran. Pan, you had one job. I know, right? It's so stupid. But I'll tell you what's happening, and this is why the flip technically shouldn't be terrible, is the cheese is melting, and this is the beauty about Gouda, is it's melting, like all this cheese is melting. Oh, and the part here that's like it's touching the pan, it's going to fry up, that's going to be real nice. But the cheese is going to act like a glue, and it should, in theory, hold everything together upon flipitization. So you can see here, like the cheese there on the bottom, that's going to get all caramelized, in addition to the Parmesan that's on the first side. So I'm tempted. Should we go for a flip, guys? Should we go for a flip? Do you think I can flip out and get it taken care of? I'm going to try. But first I need to add some more butter to the pan. So I'm gonna scoop and ploop. Scoop and ploop! It's technical terms, guys. Technical terms. I know what you're thinking. Technical. All right, let's melt that butter down. Oh, that's a good camera angle, actually, guys. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. All right, so we got the solid portion of the butter is melted. I'm gonna wait for the bubbles to mostly subside. Oh man, you're right. The flip is gonna be bad. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna use my hand. Oh my God. Oh my God. Just hold on and look at that for a moment. I'm just gonna let that sit there for a moment, and you guys can bask in the glory of caramelized melty cheese. Holy freaking crap. Pretty laid back. My 10-year-old can make this nice and easy. Well, good for him. I'm very happy for him. Gouda is so good for melting. I know, it's so good. Oh man, this looks amazing though. Look at that caramelization. Okay, we're not gonna do that move. Let's move this up to here and let's reapply the pressure. So you guys no longer get too looky. I'm gonna give it a good smush. And I'm going to turn down the soup heat. Oh my gosh, the soup is almost like boiling. Why do you do this? So this is good. Oh man, I'm really happy the way this is turning out so far. So far. Eggs make lousy comedians. They always crack up at their own yolks. Oh my gosh. We got other puns going on, guys. I don't know if I can handle it. I don't know if I can handle it. I can totally handle it. I love me some puns, though. No yokes about it. All right, so oh man, oh my gosh. Right now, guys, for real, what's happening right now is ridiculous. You can't even see. You can't see. So check it. I'll remove this for a moment. We still have excellent caramelization here, right? But we got all sorts of cheese oozing out the side frying in butter. Oh my God. Oh my God, look at it. Look at it. This is crazy. Slap. And I gave that sandwich a slap. Also, we've got some skimming that needs to be done in this soup, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine, guys. It'll be the fine, bros. I'm probably gonna get sued for saying that. Mrs. Lethal sneak attack, nah. Oh, what? Mrs. Lethal's here. What's up? Hey, Mrs. Lethal. Bye, Mrs. Lethal. Oh my God, it looks amazing. I'm so pissed I can't be in there to eat it. Oh my gosh, I didn't see you. I love you. I love you. I think I'm having hallucinations. Crimson Moon, get out. Get out. Those types of puns are totally welcome here. Which is counterproductive to what I... Oh my God, look at this. Can you see that? Oh. Jeffrey Wolf 95, thank you for that follow. I appreciate that very much. I hope you're having a great day. What is happening right now is happiness. If you ever wondered what the embodiment of happiness looks like, it's this right now. Like, take a screenshot, and whenever you're feeling sad, look at it, because holy crap right now, guys. Oh my God, this is silly. This is so silly. Please, nonstick. Please. Please. I hate you. Oh my gosh, yes. The problem is all this gooey cheese that's melting out and frying isn't really going to stick to the sandwich. Ooh, what if I did something like this? Like, what if... Oh my God, I'm being crazy. You're crazy for this one, chef. I think this thing is done. I'm calling it. I'm calling it done. Oh my God. This is so ridiculous. I can't right now, guys. The thing that sucks about Mrs. Lethal like lurking and seeing this is this was her idea for me to make the sandwich. I wasn't going to make the sandwich. I was like, I don't know if soup's going to be enough. And she was like, why don't you make like a grilled cheese sandwich, like an epic grilled cheese sandwich? That'd be really great. And I was like, okay. It's like one of her favorite things. And I made it. And she's not here. She's working late tonight, guys. It's crazy. So we got soup. Soup's ready. I'm going to give it a quick taste-a-rooney. Oh, the soup's not quite ready yet. Hold on. Look at my soup, everybody. What is that heat on? I look Windows. What's up, dude? Welcome to the stream. Pretty laid back. What is the heat on? I had the heat on for the sandwich like a medium-ish, depending on heat. Like my burner runs pretty hot, so it was just on like a medium heat to take it kind of slow. Cause like I'm a classy guy. I like to take things slow. So I'm gonna hit this with some watercress now. Not too much because Mrs. Lethal is just more for her to have to pick out later. But I had this watercress left over from my stream on Monday. So I'm just gonna work it in there, and it's gonna soften and add its very aggressive flavor to the soup. So that'll be nice. And I think while the cheese rests, one important thing about making a sandwich like we just made is that like we have to wait, like the cheese has to rest, kind of like a steak. It has to rest so it kind of has time to reset its structure. And I mean, really, guys, I mean, just look at this thing. This is so silly. It's ridiculous. So like we've got fried cheese action, we've got bacon, we've got Parmesan cheese, we've got freaking melty, oh my God. Like this is stupid. This might be stupid. All right, so hold on one moment. I'm gonna bring the camera back. I'm going to bring camera back, and I put on the BRB screen to prevent you guys from getting nauseous at the movement, because like I have to do a lot of it. I got to move the camera all the way back to over here. And let's go like this. I'm working quick though, guys. I can assure you I'm going as fast as I can. so that you're not looking at the screen for too long, because that is not as interesting as what is about to go down. It's about to go down. Down, down. That's not a song. All right, guys, so here's what we're going to do. Oh, I got Parmesan cheese on my hands. I have such a mess to clean up. Hopefully Mrs. Lethal ain't watching, because I made such a huge mess. And I'm going to have to clean it up before she gets here for sure, because our in-laws are coming and we cleaned for the weekend. Everybody's cleaning for the weekend. So if this were a professional... Oh, my God, I'm so sorry. I forgot sometimes that I have a microphone up here. But in the world of, like, professional restauranting or whatever, it would be a crime if I didn't throw this plate in the oven for a few moments to warm it up so that the soup would have a higher chance of staying warm while, like, we're waiting. I don't really care. Excuse me! Hey, get out! This bitch. I can say that because she's my dog. Oh my goodness, trying to eat watercress that fell on the ground. For all I know, watercress is bad for you, Lucy. You can't do that. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so you're supposed to put this in the oven, but I don't give a flip because I'm really not interested so much in the soup. I'm interested in the freaking sandwich. Like, let's be real. That sandwich looks way better than this soup does. Way better. And I have a dissolving watercress leaf. All right. So let me grab some soup. Just a wee bit. We'll get some good meatball action. I'll try to do the thing about soup. It's hard to get a nice looking plate of soup. You know what I mean? Like with food, with like meat, you can like have a sauce and make it all look fancy and stuff. It's kind of hard with soup. But I'm gonna try. It don't mean I ain't gonna try, because I always try. Did you add broth to your soup or just water? Oh no, I totally did broth. Like it's a half of homemade chicken stock and store-bought, and then I doctored up the store-bought. I showed how to make the store-bought stock a little bit better by reducing it, and I added some powdered gelatin, like a package of powdered gelatin. Yeah, oh, okay, that looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. And then, can you guys see in my fridge? I'm blocking most of it with my wideness, so we're fine. All right, and then we'll grab this. Oh my goodness gracious, guys, it's actually happening. Oh, I have an idea. Sorry, I like to, so if you're new to the stream, first of all, thank you. If you're out there and you're lurking or you're new to the stream, you haven't hit that follow button yet, I recommend that you do if you're enjoying it. If you're enjoying the stream, I encourage you to hit the follow button. It means a lot to me. It makes me feel pretty dang good. But one thing I like to do is I like to assemble the glamour plate that I make kind of in secret, and then I show you guys the final product. I take a picture, I post it to Instagram. You guys follow me on Instagram, and everybody's happy. Especially me, because I get to eat it. So I'm trying. Like, one thing they didn't really focus on in school so much was like plating technique and design, and I just totally screwed that up. So it's kind of just like whatever you learned from television, basically. Ooh, it's hot. Hot soup, guys, coming through. So what I'm gonna do is cut into my sandwich now. Pretty laid back. Thank you for that follow, my man. Hot Onion Rings, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, everybody. How can I order one of those sandwiches? Preferably not chewed upon. I don't know, X-Flare. We'll have to talk later. So I'm just going to... Is that going to stay? It's falling. Okay, I'm just trying to assemble here, guys. Hold on. Calm your tits, as people say. Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go. All right, guys. There was a follower alert. Yeah, pretty laid back, right? Is the follower alert being ew again? Is it sucking? Is things being broken? Is it playing double? Somebody tell me what's wrong. Please tell me. All right, I got to show you guys the glamour shot. We'll take a picture. Twitch alert is probably derping. Probably. If it hasn't been playing, double normally, like throughout the stream, then we're probably fine. But if it's just starting now, Twitch alerts is probably being ridiculous. Wow. Tamo Joy, thank you for that follow and welcome to the kitchen. Appreciate you. Much appreciate. So I'm going to move the camera again to show you guys the final product. I'm really proud of this. This looks so freaking good right now. So brace yourselves. I'm about to move the camera. If you are nauseous easily from earthquakes, then please look away for just about 10 seconds. I'll let you know when it's safe to look again. So I'm just going to move over here. Are you guys ready? 3, 2, ta-da! Oh my God. So the thing is, from this angle, it doesn't do it any justice, right? So I tried to do this before and it sucked. So I'm going to try again in hopes that maybe it doesn't suck so bad. So I'm going to move down a little bit. Like, it sucks having to kind of do this on my own, guys. So I'm sorry. I'm a one-man show right now. So if we go like this, so this looks better. So here you can see like the melty cheesiness, the Vinniest cheesiest there. There we go. Oh, that's a good shot right there. Perfect. Oh man, look at it. It's beautiful. It's less beautiful in the shadows. Like, really, come on, light, please. What do you guys think? Does that look pretty good? I think it looks pretty good. The bacon, the cheese, the frickin' Parmesan on top of it. This is insane. So I will take a picture with you guys. I will take a picture just like this. Oh gosh. Oh yeah, it looks good. Oh, it looks really good. I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna make the focal point the oozing cheese out of the sandwich, and then we go 3, 2. Work it, baby, work it. Oh baby. So this will be on Instagram in about an hour or so. Instagram.com/ChefLethalPlays if you couldn't guess. So I'm gonna move the camera back to approximately where it was before. And then we're going to do like a Q&A thing here at the end of the stream, guys, where I will answer any questions that I missed throughout the stream. I will eat. We can just chat. You can ask me new questions that may or may not be related to the stream itself. I prefer that, but I'm pretty open if you have anything that you want to know about me. Oops, sorry, we're working the camera here. Or about food in general or whatever. But of course, I have to do the actual taste test. Ned Tell, thank you for that follow. I appreciate you very much. Sorry, I just got to do one quick. I heard my ding on my work laptop. Hold on, guys. I guess I can move this over here and still, so you can not just stare at a. Oh, I didn't even see what you guys are saying about the thing. Well, you missed that raid, Dosha. What are you talking about? What did I miss? What did I miss? Did I miss a D2S raid? Oh my gosh! We have a D2S raid. Holy crap, you guys. I was looking at my glamour shots. How did I miss it? Guys! Muted Girl, thank you for the follow. Oh my god, guys, we got raided by Dream to Stream. I was thinking I was going to be done and raid Dream to Stream. Oh my gosh, guys, hold on. I couldn't look at chat, guys. I was looking at my... Can you blame me? Did you see the sandwich? Did you see the sandwich? Oh my god. Hold on. Chat keeps scrolling. Stop it. Can I order one of those? Oh my god. Stop it. Hello, everybody. Hello, DL Savage 45. Thank you for that follow. I appreciate it so much. God dang it. My chat keeps scrolling down. Pulpy came in with the host. Oh my god, I missed it. Freaking the thing. The chat is just like moving and I can't keep up with the old things. Can I go like, oh, here we go. That might work. Chef has to stream longer. Wait, no, I was kind of finishing. Oh my God. Did you miss it, DL Savage? Oh! Dang it! Karma, thank you for backing me up. Karma12 Gaming. It's hard to take a picture and read chat. Oh my God. What's up, everybody? Beardzilla, thank you for the follow. Oh my God, guys. What's up? Holy crap. Oh my God, Sipnose, hello. Hello, Faye. Welcome back. Faye, I was just, you guys came just in the nick of time because I have to check work, but it's about time to taste. It's about time to do the tastings. It's about time to do the tastings. Oh my God. Okay, so if you missed it, if you just came, I have a delicious, hopefully delicious bowl of Italian wedding soup and a 3 frickin' cheese grilled cheese sandwich. I've got Gouda and bacon, Gouda and bacon and provolone, and the sandwich is coated in Parmesan cheese, and I cooked it in butter, and I've got Italian wedding soup with carrots and watercress, and some homemade stock and some not homemade stock, and meatballs made with frickin' salt and pepper and oregano and garlic powder and onion powder, and I cooked them. I cooked the meatballs. I seared them first, and then I threw them in the hot stock to finish cooking them. It was ridiculous. So guys, thank you. I know it's not a Lucy River, please. Lucy River, please. I know it's not. I gotta eat some of this sandwich though. Hold on. Let me see. I'll be the judge of, oh man, baby. Wow. That may or may not be ridiculous. Wow. Wow, you guys. For real. Crunch. That crunch though, that is so good. That is so good, but it is not all that we made. I made the soup, and I have to try the soup. To be fair, it's like 25 degrees Celsius outside. I'm only converting to Celsius because I know there's a lot of Europeaners here now. But it's got some soup with a little bit of meatball and some carrot. I gotta say, that's pretty flippin' good. That's pretty flippin' good. Share, please. I'll work on finding a way to do that. But wow. Wow. Okay, the soup might be one of the best ones that I've made. Not even gonna lie. Hashtag humble chef. But I'm not interested in the soup. It's hot as balls outside. It's hot in my kitchen. I want the sandwich. Let me grab another plate. That sandwich though, oh my God. I've never personally crusted a sandwich like this. There's a restaurant chain that is kind of nearby to my house that does it. They crust their grilled cheese sandwich in Parmesan. And I was like, why don't I do that? Can send the soup and send it to me. Okay, Algedman, just send me your address and social security number and the name of your firstborn. Okay, sorry. I had to mute the mic there because I chew very loudly. But wow, wooey, that is so good. Woo! So I was hoping the Gouda would be a little bit meltier. Most of the flavor that I'm getting is definitely from the bacon because I used a really high quality bacon and cooked it crisp in the oven. But it's applewood smoked, so I'm getting a lot of bacon and the Parmesan from the actual crust on the outside. I'm not getting so much from the Gouda and provolone on the inside. Woo, almost dropped it. I would totally still eat it though. I was hoping the Gouda would be a little bit melty, stringier, but it's still delicious. That is so freaking good. Holy moly. I will never have... Okay, sorry, I got him in. Oh my goodness. All right, guys, so while I'm kind of like winding down here, perfect time to wind down because I need to do stuff at work. But Gouda, not Gouda. I'm sorry, Ugg Edmund. I am an American. We say Gouda. We say Gouda. Needs horse sauce. Horse sauce? That's a different kind of sauce than I'm used to. Hot sauce, yes, okay. Some hot sauce, some like a horseradish mayonnaise would be really good for that, just to kind of break it up, give it a little bit of heat. That'd be really good, especially because I'm eating it by itself and not really caring so much about the stupid soup that's on the stove. Stupid soup that's on the stove. Stupid soup that's on the stove. Stupid soup. I can't say it. So, guys, I don't know if I have any questions from during the stream, but if you guys have any questions right now while we do a little bit, like 5-10 minute Q&A, depending on how active you guys are. If you guys have a lot of questions or whatever, we'll kind of go as long as it takes to get everything answered, I suppose. And my work laptop is totally on the verge of death. It's so dramatic when batteries are going out. It's like, this battery is going to die, but then I can just charge it and then it doesn't die. Hold on, why is this not working? There we go. All right, so let me go like this. And oh, please, hold on. Let me, please, where's the, where's this thing? Okay, sorry. Sorry, everybody. I don't like this laptop very much. It's a necessary evil, I doth declare. So Caustic says, me and Pibbs did add some. Okay, perfect. I should have a few questions. I think you're right. Gouda sounds like a terrible growth on your back. If you say Gouda, it's gotta be Gooder. Exactly, Sir Venom, thank you. We've made sriracha mayo and ranch lately. Yes, Karma 12. And sriracha ketchup is delicious, but not with this. But sriracha ketchup is amazing. Is this a Chromebook? No, this is a Sony Vaio. But it's like an ultra light thing. I think it's got an SSD in here because it is ridiculously fast to boot up. And why you no load? Hello? Anyway. Again, man, thank you so much for stopping by, my man. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Sleep well. Hopefully see you around the Twitchiverse at some point. I'm sure I will. I'll probably see you in Deathridge's chat tomorrow. And I'll probably spell your name wrong. Let's see. Looking. Good Lord. How fast is your internet speed? Very. Very. I get like 250 down, 250 megabits down, and like 17 up. I wish my 17 was, my up speed was a little bit better. All right. Xflare asked earlier, how do you clean your bamboo cutting board? I just got one, but I never used... Dude, my phone is exploding right now. What's happening? Oh, it's because somebody's calling me. I just got one, but I never used it because I'm afraid I'm going to ruin it, probably is what you were saying. That is an excellent question. Thank you so much. I'm afraid to ruin it, yeah. So I just use salt. I use salt. I'm so salty, guys. I wash my dishes in salt. No, I just use soap and water, just like normal. Just hand wash it with some warm water and some soap and like a little scrubby-doo. I think a lot of people are scared about using wood or wood products for cutting surfaces, but as long as you clean it, especially if you're going to cook or if you're going to cut like chicken on it or something like that, I would be sure to clean it shortly after using it. But it's fine. Like I haven't had any problems with illness or anything like that. Cut up raw chicken, beef stuff on my bamboo cutting boards, and it's totally fine. And then Scoobaroo asked, where can we find your recipes? Right now, Scoob, it's going to be asking me or checking the VOD for whatever I do and how much of stuff that I add. I do have goals and ideas in the future where I'd have a website that I could send you guys to, where I would update it almost like blog style and have, my recipes in there, but I don't really have the time for that right now until I can kind of start making this more of like an income generating thing. It sounds really terrible thing to say, but I can't justify the time it would take to do that until it's like I start actually making some money to be able to pay for the time that it would take for me to do that, which is a thing that I said like 8 times. Yeah, so that's the 2 questions we had saved. Tip for wooden board was to let it dry properly after washing. Yes, that is a good point. I'm in the US, I have 150 megabits down and 10 to 15 up, yeah. Yeah, I pay good money for my internet, but I definitely get what I pay for. I wish there was a way, I wish they didn't package it the way that they do. I wish I could just buy upload speed, you know? Like, I don't really need 250 megabits down. I don't need it. I don't use it, but it's the most, like, it's the option that you have to get in order to get the upload speed that I get. So what I'd really, like, I'd love it if I could be like, guys, could I get 30 upload speed, but like 150 down? Like, I feel like it's a fair trade. But streaming uses a lot of bandwidth, but on the upload side, and I'd really like to be able to do that because in a day in the future, if I ever get partnered, I'd love to be able to stream at a much higher bit rate. You know what I mean? The instructions that I got with my cutting board said to use mineral oil on it, but wasn't clear about how or if to wash it. Weird. You don't need a Vive to stream. All right, so Xflare asked, is it, well, it wasn't really a question, but so different cutting boards have different requirements. Like, I've got a really nice cutting board that Mrs. Lethal got me for graduation, I think, and it's huge, it's heavy, it's like 15 pounds, right? And I rarely use it because it's such a pain in the ass to clean, but they want you to put a mineral oil on it, or like they actually have a gel for it that they want you to do like every 6 months or something like that, and that keeps it clean and kind of sterile, I guess. But then you just hand wash it, and then every few months you reapply the oil, and it kind of keeps it normal, I guess. What can you make with this? Oh, Ron, are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about, actually. If you could clarify, I'd be more than happy to answer. And then Karma12, would you ever compete in a TV chef cook competition like Top Chef? I've thought about it, Karma. I think, honestly, the show that appealed most to me was the Next Food Network star. But in the first years, like in the first 4 or 5 seasons, maybe 4, like 3 or 4 seasons, it was really about talent and personality and ability in front of the camera to do what they want you to do. And obviously you have to cook well and stuff like that, but it was mostly about that. But then after like season 5 or something, they started to really focus on drama, and then I really lost interest in that. So I'm not really into that type of thing. I don't even really watch those shows anymore. I don't know. The drama aspect of it doesn't really grip me. It's not interesting to me anymore. So, yeah, exactly. Games Poner. Ugh, drama. It's exactly how I felt. Like, Top Chef was cool for a while. Like, I used to. I'm looking for the computer cable to move it out of the way. It's not there. I'm fine. Like, Top Chef was cool to me for a few seasons, even though it had drama. I know it was like it's a show built around drama, but with that show, it was interesting for the first like 3 or 4 seasons. And then after that, it's like, okay, we get it. You're going to be thrown into a situation where you don't have the thing and you've got to make the thing. We get it. And I felt like it was just, it's not interesting, you know? They just kept doing the same thing in different ways. It lost the kind of like surprise factor of, well, what can they possibly do now? It's like they'll freaking find a way. Somebody will win, somebody will lose, somebody will cry, somebody sabotage, and then at the end somebody wins $10,000 and can open a restaurant or something like that. So we did watch a little bit of Top Chef semi-recently, and we kind of liked it, but then we just got bored with it again and stopped watching it. And then Jasmine, I like Cutthroat Kitchen. I think that's what it's called. That's definitely what it's called. I like Cutthroat Kitchen too. I don't usually watch. I don't really watch a lot of television. I'm usually playing games these days or streaming. But I do love Cutthroat Kitchen because well, I'm a huge Alton Brown fan. He's basically like my mentor. He doesn't know it, even though I told him when I met him those times. He doesn't remember me. This guy's a jerk. Dang it. But no, I love that show because like, it can go certain ways. Like, you know it's going to be crap. Like, there's somebody's going to have a hard time, but it just, like, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of interesting. And Frankenfood, I've never heard of Frankenfood. That scares me. I've never quite heard of Frankenfood. Hold on, let me check my work here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to probably make a phone call. But guys, I'm thinking we're gonna have to end the stream. I want to find somebody to raid. Do you guys want to raid somebody? I want to raid somebody. We've got a decent number of viewers right now, and I would love it if we could make somebody's frickin' day. Look it up, it's really cool. Okay, I totally will. What is the most romantic dish you have cooked for your wife or girl, and can you cook it on stream? All right, pretty laid back. I'll answer this, and then I'll address X-Flare, because I have very passionate feelings about this. But pretty laid back. Probably the best meal, it was Valentine's Day like 3 years ago. I made a Caesar salad with roasted garlic, Caesar dressing from scratch, the creamy type of Caesar dressing. I made the world's best roasted garlic mashed potatoes with an enormous pan-seared ribeye that I basted with herbs and garlic. And I don't think I made any vegetables with that because she doesn't eat vegetables. Did I roast broccoli? I may have made a roasted broccoli something. And then I made a salted caramel creme brulee with salted dark chocolate sauce and whipped cream. That was ridiculous. That meal was ridiculous. The creme brulee was insane. The creme brulee was absolutely nuts. And then Alton Brown, I feel like he's just the kind of personality that just says what he wants and doesn't really care so much about what other people think. So he comes across as a jerk, but genuinely he cares and he's a nice guy. Like when I met him, I mean, he's going to put on a certain public face so that he doesn't come across as a jerk to everybody. But when I met him, he's very nice and he wants to spend as much time with you as you can. When you go to like a meet and greet with him, he doesn't sit down because the people in line can't sit down. And so his philosophy is, well, if they can't sit down, why am I going to sit down? So he's standing up the whole time. So there's like, one time I waited hours to see him to sign a book, and he was standing up the whole time like everybody else. And I thought that was really cool. Very, very cool. So I don't think there's anybody. I'm cooking. Okay, the thumbnail for me on the creative page is me going like this. It's like perpetual butt cam right now. Where's Kate? Where's Cupcake? All right, so I tell you what. Let's do a nice thing, okay, guys? Let's do a nice thing because I'm a nice guy. All right. So if you will come with me, I would really like it because this person we're going to go raid is in the Dream to Stream community, as am I. If you don't know, I'm in Dream to Stream. We do things and it's awesome. But this person that we are going to raid is playing a game with like 3 viewers right now. And I feel like if just a handful of us go over and say hi, it'll be a pretty good raid, okay? So I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Today has been awesome. This was a great stream. I had a lot of fun. The food is delicious. You guys have been amazing. All the new followers and all of the hosts, and we got a $3 tip today. It was ridiculous, a ridiculous day, guys. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me. It's been almost 4 hours, which is a little bit longer than I was kind of thinking I was going to be streaming, but hey, it happens. I got a lot of cleanup and eating to do. So I am going to type in this command, and we're going to go check. Whoops, that's the wrong command, you stupid. There, we're going to go raid M. Gowdy. She's currently playing Salt and Sanctuary, which is a game I've never even heard of, but we're going to go over there and say hi. So if you could please copy Chef Lethal Kitchen Raid and then pop over to there, and then wait till you see my name to say anything, so I can shut down and get my audio going and make sure that I'm able to take part in the raid with you guys. So we're gonna go say hi to Gowdy, say Chef Lethal Kitchen Raid, maybe send a heart or two her way. Like I said, she's only got like 3 viewers at the moment. I think if even just a few of us go over, it'll make her day quite nice, and that's really what I want to spread across the Twitches. So guys, I'm gonna end this stream. I will meet you over at M Gowdy's stream, hopefully. And then I will be live again Sunday morning, probably about 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, playing some Stardew Valley. I hope you guys will join me there. If not, I'll probably be live again on Monday afternoon around 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight. You can check my Twitter for when I go live. I post on there all the dang time about when I'm going to go live and what I'm doing and how I'm doing it and all this stuff. But guys, I love your faces. I really love you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. I love you, and I will see you over there. And if not, I will definitely see you, hopefully Sunday morning, but I'll see you around the internet. Have a good night, everybody. Armagerd, Nerfillerer.
It's really good. It's just, you know, I really like it. I kind of suck, but like, dang, this raid though. Oh no, this.